Check, check.
Check, check. What's poppin', everybody? Onside kicking it as always, man. First off, we got an unfamiliar face on here, man. This is the legend, the myth. Got no social media, so you can't even find him. You got to come through me to even get to homeboy. Easy does it. What the fuck is good, man?
What is up, man? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you already know, bro. It was an easy decision, man. I had to give you a phone call right away. Because, AJ, man, he just to rub it in our faces, y'all. He's in Iceland as of right this moment. But who knows where he'll be tomorrow, huh? The guy's just traveling the world or
I
what?
think he's gone for a couple months, man.
Couple fucking months.
Someone's got to live it. Someone's got to live the dream life, bro. Backpacking it up.
Vicariously
Spiritual
living through
enlightenment.
his
I
ass.
think he's going to do some yoga. He's going to do some Pilates out there. You might get his trained yoga license and then come back as an official guru.
He's got his pit bull getting trained simultaneously on.
Yeah,
Fuck,
dude.
Man. This guy, man, living large. Shout out to the chat real quick, man. First of all, Crypto Mike, let's fucking go, baby, man. Nice to see you on here, bro. I'm definitely hollering at you after the show, man. I got your messages and I'm amped for that. Love the opportunity, first off. Sickest Fool is in the chat, though. This guy all the way from Iceland, man. Is that where you are right now? Yo, what's good? What the fuck? J-Bird, what's popping?
J-Bird. Ooh-wee. Get that ooh-wee going.
How long we known
J-Bird.
J-Bo since? 99?
Marky, man. Bro, since...
99.
Yeah. So going on, what,
Maybe
20...
even before that, shoot basketball.
Yeah, since we were about 10, 11 years old. 10, 11. So that'd be about, wow, 25.
Fucking, what is that, what they call that, a quarter century?
Quarter century.
Quarter century, bro. Woo-wee, ooh-wee. Birdman in the motherfucking building. Lottie Dottie, we likes the Toddy. What the fuck is good, Todd? I love Todd, man.
Toddy is the man, the
Most
myth.
genuine guy you ever
The
fucking talked
man,
to.
the myth, the legend. That's the man, the myth, the
That's
legend,
the man,
bro.
the myth, the legend, for sure.
Marky
bro.
man.
Nice
What
to
is
see
good?
his ass, man. What you talking about over here, Sickest Fool? Miss you guys. I'll still be on the socials. Yeah, we need that. I appreciate you to the fullest, man. Your Iceland video today was dope as fuck, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, damn. Who else we got here? J-Bo, let's go. All right, so stop it, fellas. Fucking Toddy. No, that's facts, bro.
Don's not texting on there, but I know Don Pock is watching though too. Shout out
Yeah,
Don.
shout out to
What's
Don.
up, my guy? I know we're
see
matched
his-
up tonight
You see
too.
his big screen?
The big screen. He's watching
Hey,
us on the big screen right
Hey,
now.
you guys got the matchup of
Yeah.
the week at this point in time.
Yeah.
I know Hema and Teasy. It's going to come down to this. The kicker's got to put in work
He's
today
got,
for
I
Teasy.
think
in order
15
to
or
get-
16 points, something like that.
And then you and Don, huh?
Me and Don, the
fucking love
magic wand.
So as always, we're going to start off with the recap. Recap is very simple. We talk about what took place in week 5. Lead us off with this Thursday night matchup that occurred.
The Colts and Broncos. Wow, what a fucking
Uneventful.
shitty ass game that was, huh?
Uneventful. And
But
we
you know
knew
what,
it was
though?
OT, right?
And they won in OT, but I'm not gonna lie, when you have the under in a game like that, you don't mind when it's just field goal after field goal after field goal. Like, hey, dude, I think I won this. So you never want to count your chickens before they hatch, but it's like,
Right.
wow, I got this one early.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, what a fucking snooze fest.
Truthfully, I feel like if you're not taking the Broncos, any game they play right now, and grabbing the under, I feel like you're almost touched. And then on the flip side, there's another team, the Cardinals, in the second half. I feel like those are like the must, until it breaks, you almost like have to rock with that.
Cardinals, yeah.
Cardinals second half, bro, every fucking time.
Last
Eagles first half.
That's right, yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. It happened exactly like I thought it would. I'm like, Eagles going to get probably 10, 15-point leads. Then, of course, Cardinals make it a game at the end. Eagles pull away at the end. To me, it was so predictable.
Yeah, I think that was you guys lock of the week last week.
That
Good
was
job,
AJ. I
AJ.
think that was AJ's, sickest
I was
fool
gonna
had
stay
the lock
away
of
from the
week.
Cardinals, but they cover somehow, some way. It's like,
Man, my lock of
every
the
week.
week was so frowned upon by AJ.
Who'd you
Man,
have?
he looked at me. He's like, "Wait, Jets."
Oh,
And I'm like,
the
bro, I just
Jets,
watched the Jets
yeah.
play. It was all
That was a good
energy
game.
for me, bro, because Wilson, they got their man back.
Yeah.
That was energetic for them. And then on the flip side, the Dolphins had no Tua.
And
It's
then
like-
Bridgewater went out too, but even
and
with
then
Bridgewater,
Tua-
I think they were still
even
gonna
with that,
cover.
to be quite honest with you, the way they was looking the whole game, it was like it was a wrap. But anyway, we get carried away. My fault, man. Go ahead and
We're
hit
gonna
me
go
up
on
with this-
tangents, dog. We're gonna go on a lot of tangents. I feel like Jeremy will have to keep me right there.
Hit me up with this Bears game, man. What'd you was it Bears and Broncos?
Bears Vikings.
No, my fault. Go back to the Broncos game.
Oh, the
Thursday
Broncos
night.
Colts.
Broncos Colts.
Yeah, dude. I mean, wow. I thankfully don't have any Broncos
Me neither.
on like my fantasy teams.
Me neither.
I have no Colts on my fantasy teams.
neither.
I would have. I would have thought Russell Wilson was going to do good, dude. I would have bought into the hype train. I thought his receivers were going to do good.
It seemed like such a perfect fit.
Yeah, too bad Javonte Williams got injured. That sucked.
Out for the year.
Out for the year. But the
And
Colts,
obviously,
bro,
Melvin Gordon fumbles all over the place, so you can't trust him. And then they're bringing in this other guy. What's this other guy's name again?
Boone, Matt Boone.
Matt Boone. And he's low-key looking like he's going to be the RB1.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's
I mean-
tough. I mean, I wouldn't trust any running back there right now. Kind of would stay away from them. I guess Cortland Sutton is a good player.
We have this debate
Solid.
every week, damn near me and Sick as Fool. Sutton or Judy? If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one, I would lean towards Sutton. I think he produces.
I'm like Judy, man, all day because he's like the Lockett to me versus the DK Metcalf. You know, just knowing the way Russell plays. But, dude, I don't think that...
This last game,
Trust
Sutton
any of them.
5 catches, 74 yards on 11 targets. Judy 3 catches, 53 yards on 8 targets.
Right.
That doesn't seem that bad. But when you watch that game, dude, you're just like, bro, they're terrible. Like, what's up with Matt Ryan, dude? He is like washed, completely
I mean,
done.
in Matt Ryan's defense, bro, did you see that offensive line?
That is true. And
It's
Denver's
fucking
defense is
bad.
good. Denver's defense is good.
Always
So,
in the thick of the greatness, Denver's defense. But the Colts' offensive line, there's no wonder now why JT hasn't had the fucking time of his life this year.
They look
I mean,
suspect.
Matt Ryan, he looks like if you look at his feet, they're hopping the whole time. He's just like, oh, shit, and he's just got to get rid of it. So, fucking boring game. Fantasy relevance, absolutely nothing. Let's move on to the 10 o'clock games on Sunday morning. Or actually, I guess we had a London game, 6:30.
The London game,
Upset
what an
Central.
upset. Giants-Packers, wow. Giants come back and win 27-22 after the Packers don't score in the second half.
Look,
Wow.
I picked the Packers in my confidence pool. Right before the game, I was like, and I was like, this is kind of fucked
Survivor
up.
pool
It's-
type thing?
No, it's more like confidence pool. So you get to pick each game, and the higher you're putting that team, the more points you get if they win.
Okay.
So right now there was no bye week, so there's 16 games. You put 16 points on, whatever, Chiefs on Monday night, maybe 15 on Baltimore, 14 on the Packers. I think I had 13 on the Packers, right? But I wanted to switch it, not only put it lower, I almost wanted to pick the Giants. I'm like, you know what? The Giants are underrated. It's like, again, we're just stuck in this phase where it's the Jets and the Giants, and you can't trust a fucking picking them in some pool. But
See, are the Giants
Packers
good?
didn't really get a good home game.
Are the Giants good? Are they? No.
I mean, I think that they're not good.
Saquon looks to be back. Saquon Barkley is
Saquon's
a
back.
beast.
He's back by all means. He's number
Daniel
one in
Jones,
touches,
bro,
yards.
21 for 27, 217. He can run a little bit. I think he was a little injured going into the game.
I swear, I think we get to this point where it's like you can't trust picking them, but it's like you got to stop with last year's bullshit. This is a new team, obviously. Same pieces, but they're back.
Just made me. I'm looking at the Packers and I'm thinking of my cousins. They might be watching. Justin, Nathan. Shout out to my little cousins. They're Packers fans. Cousins love the Packers, bro. They love them.
Ugh.
And I used to love the Aaron Rodgers shtick.
Yeah.
This dude's a troller.
Yeah.
Like, he just loves to troll. He loves to just
I love how he is in the Bears facility.
after the Bear games, after Viking games, he put like the purple soda there. He's just a troller. And
He
it's
is.
like, as long as he's really good and he's just like sticking
away
it to
with it.
you, you can get away with it. But now, bro, I don't know, man. That when you do have the Packers teased down in a parlay, which is like, fuck, the other ones would have hit if the Packers don't lose. It's just like, you want to be like, bro, Aaron Rodgers, what's going on, bro? Nicolas Cage coming to the training camp.
I still think it's his receivers, bro. It's like, who the fuck do you trust? Of course the rookies, he's playing decent. but-
Romeo Dobbs is looking
Yeah,
good.
he's playing, for a rookie, he's balling. For just a normal, what was his numbers this week?
Romeo Dobbs, he had 3 catches for 29 yards on
See what I'm
5
saying?
targets. So that's, actually not so good.
You see what I'm saying? And then you got Tanyan, who put up 3 touchdowns in one game last year. Hasn't had anything close to this.
He targeted Randall Cobb 13 times.
It's been his security blanket.
Randall
Third
Cobb.
downs,
7
third
catches
downs,
for
fourth
99
downs.
yards.
He's
See,
the
but
guy.
ain't nobody starting Randall Cobb.
No, you can't. But I mean, again, he's more of the situational guy, right? It's like third
Yeah.
down or fourth down. That's a
Just
security
trusty
blanket.
receiver, yeah.
Right.
I mean, Alan Lazard, 4 catches for 35 yards and a in a tub.
Mind you, he just came back, so okay, maybe he'll start to produce.
He
but
could be that WR1
losing
guy.
Devontae Adams is definitely it has been crushing.
Yeah. Watching that game, bro, Darius Slayton did actually look good. Because for the Giants players, it's like outside of Saquon Barkley, who can you go with? Nobody. But Darius Slayton looked good. 6 catches on 79 yards. For 79 yards on 7 targets.
Your brother. Let's ride. Like fucking Broncos country, bro. Dude, there's I don't know if you know, but you know Barstool's Sports, obviously,
shit,
right?
That shit is very funny, yeah.
Okay, do you know who Jersey Jerry is?
I don't think so.
Okay, you gotta look up Jersey Jerry. So it's one of Dave Portnoy's boys, and he's a diehard Steeler fan. That's why I fuck with him.
Okay,
He's a diehard Steeler fan. He did this promotion where it was dude wipes.
Uh-huh.
And he got behind a green screen and he's like, "Let's wipe, let's wipe." And bro, I swear.
Oh my god!
If you don't know who Jersey Jerry is, bro, I swear to
Bro,
God,
that
you
was
gotta
a very,
find this guy,
very
dog.
ill-timed Russell Wilson Let's Ride thing. But dude, come on, man. That's Russell Wilson from the Seahawks and Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
That was his
I
thing.
think this is the thing with Russell. Right?
Russell
And
Wilson is just cringy, you know? He's a
I know,
cringy
but
guy.
see, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because like we look at this dude and the way he maneuvers. Look, I think what everyone's real ultimate problem is it's disingenuine.
Or he comes
never
off fake or something like that.
It's phony to me. It's
Yeah,
never
it
been
could
real.
be.
It's like, dude, I remember this is when I stopped fucking with him, okay? Because I never really fucked with him, but I was like, dude's a baller, you know? I even at one point in the offseason, I was like, dude, if the Steelers got Russell, I'd be happy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
No, now I would not be, but I would have been happy. This is before we got Mitch, which I was never happy about, and before we even drafted Pickett, right? It was between maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Russell Wilson, maybe Matt Ryan. It was all this commotion, right? Deshaun Watson. And as a Steeler fan, I was like, nah, I don't know. I guess I would welcome him with open arms if he came, right? But this is where I lost. This is where he lost me. It was like Monday night, maybe like 8-9 years ago, primetime game. This guy threw like 4 touchdowns. He ran a touchdown. He had 5 total touchdowns on offense. And like he single-handedly scrambled for his life, did the craziest shit to get his team to win, you know? And the reporter straight up asked him like what does this feel like, you know, in prime time while everyone's watching and you just like Russell Magic, like you just did and this is his response. I'll be honest with you, you know, my coaching staff, they put me in the right positions. You know, my offensive line, fucking shout out to them. They were doing a great job, creating holes. You know, my receivers were definitely getting open. You know, tight end, doing nice chip blocks. He got open a few times. That really helped me out. Defense played amazing, man. And I mean amazing. They basically got us on the field that much quicker, so we stayed in that momentum. And coaching staff, again, man, the plays they were calling, I was just like, bro, you politically correct fucking
Son
goof.
of a bitch, huh?
You're lying right now, bro. How about you do, hey, man, it felt great. My team and I did our fucking thing. Yeah,
couldn't
bro.
stop me, homie.
Stop me. I mean, something, bro.
Well, I like the coach speak. Look, I like how he gives his. I don't know how to say it. Like he's cringy in that if you watch his social media stuff.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to hate the guy. I think
Disingenuous.
exactly. That comes off phony. He comes off fake.
Disingenuous.
You know what I mean? But
He already lost that locker room.
Oh,
All right,
for
man.
sure.
As much as Sickest Fool despises Baker Mayfield, Russell's up there with me. You know what I mean? Like he's up there with me, bro. And shout out to Russell. I hope he heals because I know he's really hurting right now. I know his self-esteem and everything's hurting, and he's playing it off like it's not.
Oh,
so I wish him well. I wish him well. You know, I don't want to talk too much shit. I wish you well.
Nero, I can't finish that sentence.
Which one?
Finish that sentence. You're too graphic. Oh my god.
Too graphic,
you
man.
son of a gun, you.
Where we at? What's
Next
the next
game?
game?
It's your Steelers, dog. Steelers and Bills.
That was hard for me to watch, bro. That was hard for me to watch, man.
There's some bright sides to take away. I mean, yeah, it was a rout, 38-3.
The bright side for sure for me was the tenacity and the grit that Pickett showed. Number one. Number two.
Yeah, boy has fight in him at least.
He's got fight.
He's got that, you know.
He's got fight. I mean, look, as good as the Bills' defense is, no one's thrown for over 250 yards all fucking season. He played against Lamar, you know,
327 yards.
Only had 1 pick, so you know a little bit more of an improvement from his last week, which he threw 3 picks. But in all honesty, they hit the palms of every one of our receivers.
He got sacked 3 times.
Yep.
I mean,
He didn't have as much rushing as I thought he'd get. Shout out to the Bills defense, man. They just held us out of the end zone. They got a big enough lead where a couple missed field goals early on with that crazy wind, and they ran away with it, and we looked like fucking shit. Fantasy-wise, Najee Harris, I don't know if it's his Liz Frank injury, I don't know if him and the offensive line just don't know where they're creating holes. I don't know if maybe in a couple of weeks you might be able to see some chemistry kind of build, but they got a tough task. They got the Dolphins, they got the Bucks before the Dolphins, they got the Eagles all before their bye. All three have pretty much solid fucking run D.
Really
so
good
I don't
defenses.
know how Najee's gonna ball out. But this would be for me like a buy low scenario. I know people are fucking tired of him. I would definitely buy low for a Najee right now and hope that second half of the season, after the bye week and chemistry starts rolling, that he balls out.
It's my first round pick right there, Najee.
Yeah, I would have got him.
11
That was the
carries,
one pick after
20
you.
yards. Yep, that's right. So when I picked him, I knew you were going to pick him.
I got Diggs because of that, so thank you. my
It worked
dude.
out. It worked out in your favor, huh?
So far, shit. But it's early, man. That's what I'm saying. I know.
No,
my
but you're
squad.
right. Yeah.
I
I
know my
like
squad.
exactly. It's going to take some time. Bro, I'm playing against really good defenses. Buffalo favored by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
See, in
I mean, this was
hindsight,
expected.
yeah, why not take them? It's like, but taking 2 touchdown spreads is really, really difficult.
I'll be
they
honest,
look
I
good.
almost locked it last week, but because it was my team, I refrained from doing the lock of the week, so I'm happy. I'm on a 4-win streak right now, 3 prime times in a row, my lock of the week so far, so I'm going to keep
Nice.
that momentum
Nice.
rolling.
Bro, I was in a different league, I was going up against Gabe Davis.
Me too, bro.
3 catches for 171 and 2 touchdowns.
tugs.
That 98-yard
The-
bomb, and you just know you're losing that week.
When I tell you how nasty it felt, though, bro. First of all, the kickoff, they muffed it. They did all this crazy shit. We get
Oh,
them
is
at
that
the
why they were at
2-yard
the, that's
line.
why they were at the 2-yard line. I was like,
Yes,
why were they
bro.
on the 2?
First and 10, second 10, third and 10. We're like, oh my God, here we go, bro. And then third and 10, it's just 98-yard touchdown to Gabe Davis. It wasn't even Diggs, who I had at least to soften the blow. I'm like, at least be Diggs, you know?
Yeah.
That
Diggs,
dude,
8 catches,
8.
8 catches, 102 in a tub. Tub or tug? What is it? Tub?
I say tug.
Tug? Tub?
I say tug. I
I
don't
thought
know
it was
why.
tub. I wasn't sure.
It might be tug,
a
but I say
tug.
tug. I don't know why.
102 in a tub.
Tug.
In a tug.
I don't know which one it is,
Oh,
man.
Diggs
you say
is a
tub,
beast,
I say
bro.
tug. Fuck it.
Diggs is a fucking beast.
Diggs is
I'm
a
a
beast.
big Stephon Diggs fan, man.
Me
You look
too.
at his personality, his brother balling for Dallas.
For me, it all started when he was a Viking, man, and he had that
Yes.
crazy miracle in OT, I think it was, in the postseason,
Yes.
bro, where I was like, yo, the grit, catching it, getting away from the defender, and just taking off.
Well, his
to win the
personality,
game,
if
it's
you
just
know,
like,
I mean, I don't know
yeah.
the dude personally, but it's just his like, he's a, bro, I'm Stephon Diggs is sick.
Yeah, I fuck with him. I mean, the
You got
Bills'
him in
offense,
fantasy?
man, if you got any piece of it right now, you're probably feeling pretty good. Singletary's doing his thing. Moss is kind of hard to trust even as a flex at this point, but, I mean, shit, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, I mean, you could damn near flex, a lot of these players out there, bro.
Yeah,
Including
Josh
their
Allen,
defense now.
absolute monster.
Yeah, a monster.
I thought after the first 3 weeks it was Lamar, Jalen, and Josh Allen, and now it looks like, bro, Josh Allen and Jalen, your boy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with that right now.
These are 2 bad games for Lamar in a row, but
I think Lamar got J.K. Dobbins back, and I think that kind of like threw him for a loop, and they're trying to kind of figure out these options. So I'm not tripping on his performance as of late, but I think he'll turn it up towards the second half of the season for sure.
yeah, Buffalo running backs hard to trust.
Hard to trust.
You know, because it's just so Josh Allen.
One
I love
thing
that
I
one
will
quote,
say-
like the Buffalo Bills, they pass to set up the pass.
Yeah.
On the ball. So it's like,
Literally,
and it's going to be Josh Allen running, you know?
One thing I'll say, Pickens. I said this for the past 3 weeks now. Get Pickens. He put up 100 yards last week, and then this current week, what do you have? Eight catches for 80 yards.
Pickens was...
Maybe 6 catches for 80 yards. What was his stats?
6 for 83 on 8 targets.
6 for 83 on 8 targets. So he's starting to see the volume that DJ is not trustworthy on. You know, DJ. Let's
DJ had a
face
couple
it,
of sick catches that were ruled incomplete, right? A couple of sick grabs that were like...
No, one of them he put his hand down, and that doesn't count. You got to get if it's out of bounds or in the end zone. I guess a hand doesn't count, which I never knew that rule. But no, he's also what people miss is when you're watching this dude live. He makes craziest catches in the game, bro. But the routine, 5-yard slant, defender's like 2 yards back, just palms, 3rd and 6, boop. He did that like
Butterfingers,
3
huh?
times last week, bro. Everyone's calling him Deontay Dropson now, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
man.
fuck, man. So hard to trust him. Hard to trust Claypool. I got him stashed just in case they get some chemistry, but he looks like he doesn't even want the ball when it's coming up to him. But Pickens looks like the guy to own receiver-wise for that squad. Yo, man, let's holler at this chat real quick. Jeez, my fault, you guys. Where we at here? Nathan, OMGGGGG. It's easy, does it? What's good, Nathan? That's your that's
Little
your
cuz, yeah.
Hey, what up, cuzzo?
Little cuz, he wants you to go, oh my God, fuck!
I love when you have those things with people, cuz I swear.
didn't finish the sentence. That was the end.
Who else we got here? 7-3 Sinner. I hope no more Steelers fans jumped off the bridge yesterday. Yeah, I heard about that at the stadium last week, man.
Oh shit, that's right. Someone fell to their death. God,
Yeah.
that's sad, dude.
Look, I hope it's not because of how bad we're playing, but if that is, man, mental health is important, man. Let me
No,
just
for
tell you,
real.
bro. My condolences to that family and the loved ones that definitely lost that. On a brighter note, it's very fitting with the 7-3 Sinner to bring up death, man. So we appreciate that. What was the next game we got on the line?
Next one, Chargers and Browns, 30-28 final score. If you had the over, good job. You had the Chargers, good. I think that line ended up being, that line was moving around all week.
I
It was
didn't
like
like that game
Chargers
at all.
3, then it went to Pick'em. I don't know why it moved like that.
I didn't like that game. at
My
all.
play was the over on that. I mean, now in hindsight, I was just like, dude, that just seems like such an easy over. Herbert leads the NFL in passing. The Chargers' run defense is super suspect. And the Browns just run it down your throat. But that Brissett's not bad, dude. Like, he's a good, serviceable quarterback.
I think because of how good their run is, it's like you can almost put a schlub back there at QB, and it's like they have to plug the box. 9 guys in that bitch, bro. So you
No,
got
Brissett's
one-on-one
not
with
bad.
them.
He's going to give you 21 to 34 for 230 yards, a touchdown, and 1 pick. Didn't get sacked. Herbert,
Not at
22 of 34 for 228, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But the Austin Eckler show seems to be back. Hema June, I know you're loving that, my guy who has Austin Eckler. I have him in a different league. The Austin Eckler show is fully back. Wow, that guy, 16 carries for 173 and a touchdown. And then receiving 4 catches for 26 yards and another touchdown. That dude's a beast.
First
First couple weeks you
crazy?
get nervous on him. You're like, oh shoot,
Right.
I shouldn't have drafted him. They're using everybody, but now these past couple of weeks, it's like he's holding up to his ADP for sure.
You know what's crazy, bro? I seen a tweet. It was Naheem Hines, and he's like, "Trust me, nobody cares about your fantasy team," and just got dragged. Like thousands of fantasy football fans across the world dragging him. Like, bro, become relevant, and then we'll care about you.
Massive hate, huh? You got some
massive hate, bro. And then it's ironic he gets his chance the very next Sunday to play, or I guess it was.
Were you saying Carmen got him right there?
Yeah.
With that?
Wow. Karma works in mysterious ways.
Fuck.
But on the flip side,
Austin Eckler's a very fantasy-friendly
why,
guy.
on
He
the
loves
flip side
the
is
fantasy
exactly
community.
Why I brought that up, bro. Austin Eckler was sending them out. Don't worry, fantasy owners, I got you. And sure enough, bro, last 2 weeks in a row, man, he's definitely put up the fucking his little guitar thing, bro.
You might know. I can picture you yesterday. You were just loving
His guitar in that game, for sure.
Yeah, because Hema and Troy in a great game in those don't deserve to lose games, man. That really sucks when you're in a season-long league, and you get matched up with someone and you just be beating every other player.
Troy especially, bro. He's sitting
guys,
at
he's known for that now.
2-3 or 3-2, depending on how his kicker does tonight. And he's the top scorer in the league.
Oh, yeah. We have a group text as we're sending it, bro. I'm texting like, you're watching Gabe Davis score, bam, and then Chubb scores, and then Gabe Davis again, and then Chubb. And it's like haymaker after haymaker. You're getting bludgeoned, like, oh no, which one's going to be left standing at the end of all this?
That was my favorite, bro. I love when I see you texting like, damn, look at this game. Game of the week, bro.
I was so
and
into
then
it,
your boy
man.
just slips in as the top scorer
God.
to end it all. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing like football, man.
I
The
love
exhilaration of football with
love
fantasy bets, with fantasy betting,
I
daily
love it.
fantasy. Fuck, it's exhilarating.
What's your takeaway on Hunt? I look at Hunt and I'm like, dude, he's low-key's flexible. Like,
I don't know what to think about
Almost
Kareem Hunt. I'm not going to
flex.
lie. I have no idea. That's another player my brother seems to have every single year on his
Every year.
team. He has him again.
never plays him.
Never ever plays him. Tries to trade
Bye
me him
weeks.
every
He's
week. We'll
trying
try
to
to trade him, get him up in there. But dude, 11 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
3 catches for only 10 yards. That's not. I mean, yeah, he's always going to be.
I feel like he gets
Flex
enough
relevant
volume.
for
Yeah,
sure.
He gets enough volume even with Chubb doing what Chubb does. Chubb's just a maniac, bro.
And based on matchup, I mean, if you think that the Browns if they're going to be
Gonna
favored
get-
in a game, yeah, then he'll get some. He'll get
Exactly.
some looks.
He'll get some love, even if they're underdogs, bro. 'Cause then,
Actually,
they
right.
might throw it more.
They
than
got to
him.
pass it. Yeah, you're right. So
He's damn near flexible every week.
Yeah.
I feel like he might burn you every once in a while, but his floor is like shit, a good
Yeah.
solid 10.
and good for you in a tight end strap world that we are in now. If you have Njoku, Looks like he's a must start now as
That
a
was
tight
my
end.
pickup, 3 weeks ago, sick as fool. I said, dude, Njoku, do not sleep on Njoku, man. They paid him all that money for a reason. I'm a Steeler fan, so I watched twice a year him play. And when they got Hooper, I'm like, what are they doing with Austin Hooper right now? Like, this guy Njoku's making catches after catches, like dope, crazy catches. He's athletic like a Pitts, bro.
And bro, you got
And he was
shout out Houston in the chat. I can't forget, you're right, dog. Did you see the end of that game?
The Chargers,
Holy
the fourth
fucking
down to
shit.
go for it. What the fuck was that? I was very confused, bro. I was very confused.
My dude Keenan Allen is tweeting out live. By the way, I have Keenan Allen. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Get healthy or rehab your hamstring or something instead of tweeting
Always
out.
going down.
Actually, I don't know. That's interesting as a fan. He's tweeting out, what the fuck are we doing? Or something along those lines. And then even after they missed, he's like, dang, good thing they missed. Man. Like, straight up calling his coaching staff out. Straight up calling Staley out. But then I read an article in the morning, something along the lines that if you actually follow the analytics again, it's like the right move analytically. For X amount of percentage chance it goes up if they just get that 1 yard. Right? So it's like, I mean, I don't know. But then anyone that
you
watches
live and
football,
die by that decision, right? Because it's like if he got it, no one says what the fuck were they doing. It's only because they didn't get it are you like, what are you doing, right? I mean, it's one of those things, you know. Real quick, what's the next game we got going on here?
the next game. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'll move this over here a little bit. Yeah. Boop. The next game after that was if I'm gonna get this over here somewhere. Bears Vikings 29-22. Vikings come out on top after that was a close game at the end too. It looked like again Vikings stomp out to an early lead. They were up 21-3 at one point, I believe. The Bears took a lead late, and the Vikings end up winning 29-22.
I was surprised with Montgomery's workload. I thought, first game back, I thought they were going to, put him on the low end. It's so weird with me when I look at him. Like, fantasy-wise, he did decent because he got the tug. He had, I think, 60 receiving yards on his 3 catches, if I'm not mistaken.
David Montgomery?
Yeah.
4 catches for 62 yards.
4 catches
Long
for
of
62
30.
yards. And, but look at his yards per carry. They were like 2 yards per carry.
12 carries for 20 yards. Got in the end zone, but yeah, 12 carries for 20 yards is garbage, trash.
You look at the fantasy production, you're like, all right, cool. A couple a few receptions, 60 yards.
I really like David Montgomery. I had him last year.
I have him.
Dude, he's a beast runner. He runs hard. That situation is just tough in Chicago.
I thought so too, so I didn't play him or Herbert.
Well,
But Herbert only got, 3 carries?
4 carries for 11 yards. So
that's why I was surprised. I thought maybe like a 50-50 timeshare, in the backfield. But
yeah,
no.
Bears are a tough team to kind of figure out.
Very tough.
I like Justin Fields, 15 for 21, 208 and a touchdown, no interceptions. He's a gamer. He's an athlete. He'll scramble. He'll throw his body out there. But yeah, the Bears. I know you watch Khalil Herbert, and he looks like a really good running back. So I don't know. They got a murky situation there. It's kind of tough. If you have Montgomery, you hopefully have Herbert if you picked him up, and you can kind of hold him there. It's similar, we'll get to the Rams situation too. It's kind of like with Akers and Henderson. What do you do there? The O-line sucks. So
what about Vikings, man? Dalvin Cook finally fucking came to party, huh?
Dalvin Cook came back, 18 carries for 94 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I was very
2 catches for 27 yards. Yeah.
Me and Sickles for every week are like, yo, what? It just doesn't look like the same guy. Oh, it's his numbers changed, and no, he does not look like the same guy. So I was actually really happy to see my guy put up 2 tugs.
He's back, and Justin Jefferson, man, that dude's an absolute beast. Jay Jetta,
TZ's favorite player of all
favorite
time.
player.
Got the autograph at the field. That was a dope video he sent us.
Super sick, super cool dude, man. That's why you
Yeah.
root for people like that, dog. After the game,
Yeah.
tired, wants to go back,
Show love
whatever.
to his fans.
Every single fan that was there from here, every single one, he signed an autograph. That's really cool, man. Ever since I saw that, I was like, JJ, dude, I love that dude. 12 catches for 154. He rushed. No, he had no rushes, but he threw a pass. He actually threw a sick pass for 23 yards too. So PPR
he's a beast.
monster.
He's a beast. Shout out to Turks McGurts real quick, man. Good looking on coming in, bro. We appreciate you. I know you a Chiefs fan. Good game tonight, man. I'm excited. We'll get into Monday night at the end, bro. I'm excited for this
Sick
one.
game. Yeah. And then again with the Vikings, you just don't know what to expect with Kirk Cousins. They're 4-1. Like some weeks he looks really
Sneaky
good. Just don't play him in
4-1.
prime time. If it's prime time, no Kirk. That's no bueno.
Sneaky 4-1 team. They got blown the fuck out by the Bills.
Yeah.
On prime time.
Or
Right?
yeah,
Monday
they
night?
played.
It was a Monday night doubleheader, I think.
The week prior they lost to. No, they beat the
It was
Saints.
2 weeks ago. Week 3, I think it was week 3, Buffalo Vikings. There was a doubleheader, if I'm not mistaken. And they just got annihilated by the Diggs. I think that was the game Diggs had like 2
Beat
dubs.
the Lions in week 3. In week 2, the Vikings.
Bills?
Eagles. They got annihilated by the
Eagles.
Eagles. That's what it was.
Eagles.
The Bills were playing the Titans, and the Bills smashed
Bills
the Titans.
annihilated the Titans.
Yeah,
Eagles. I got Hurts. That's what it was. Jalen Hurts balled out.
Jalen Hurts. What a
And,
beast.
and Dallas Goddard.
What a beast.
Okay, where we at? Next game.
Next game, Patriots and Lions 29-0.
I think that was honestly that was the biggest upset to me. Even more than the Packers losing to the Giants. I thought Zappy, their third string, I get it, it's Belichick, he's the defensive guru, but the Lions offense, Jamal Williams killing it for DeAndre Swift. You have their entire Goff. Goff was the craziest thing I've seen. I'm playing against him in fantasy. He had -2 points. until like the fourth quarter.
Goff. He just looks like he has that. Oh, it's like not to be a hater. Goff just has that face. You just
Ryan
want to
Reynolds,
slap
the
sometimes. You
little
know what I mean?
ugly
Just,
brother
I don't know
of
what it
Ryan
is.
Reynolds.
Like he looks like he's just like.
Dodo.
Yeah, like I don't know. You know what I mean? He's a good-looking dude. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't want to hit on Jared Goff for no reason, bro. That was a bad game. Like he got Belichicked. I mean,
He got
fuck. He got Belichicked.
I never seen the defense clamp so hard on it.
Wow.
I couldn't tell if it was just bad offense or what, but the Lions have been putting up like 30 points.
The
30
Lions
points
were
a game.
fantasy gold.
Gold.
Every week so far, but they give up the most points. They score the most points. Their offense is on fire. They're like, it was their first game outside, and then it was against a really good defensive coach. I mean, in Belichick, it's that rap, right? Like without Brady, Belichick is not so good, or he's not a great coach, or maybe he's not as good as people thought he was. It's all Brady. Brady wins the first year with Tampa Bay. Dude is definitely the GOAT, and then it's like scheme in the NFL. I think that's
Right.
where they say coaching matters, man.
Matters big
And
time.
it matters on the defensive side. If he saw something on tape and it was like, hey, we could just obliterate these guys. I don't think 29-0 gets any worse than that. Yeah, Goff 19 of 35 for 229 and an interception. Yeah, that was just bad all the way around.
Opposite did jack shit. I mean, the whole squad
One
got
catch for
fucked
6
up.
yards. Amon-Ra was injured going into the game, but he played, but he only had 4 catches on 18 yards. Josh Reynolds came out, 6 catches for 92 yards, but again, that was the Belichick thing, I guess. Take away your best player, and then
Jamal
There you
Williams,
go.
I think they just shut down the run and just played man on
Yeah.
everyone else, and Goff just did what Goff did when he was a Ram and why he left for Stafford, the little QB swap.
Zappy, I mean, for the Patriots, he had a good game, 17 of 21, 188.
So what's the deal with the running games? You got Stevenson and you
Dude,
got
fuck, man.
Pierce? Is
No,
it Pierce?
Ramondre Stevenson. I had Damian Harris. They were both.
Harris.
I started
Damian
Damian Harris in my league. I thought that was an easy, good start.
But it's
great
like
matchup.
Flipped. It's like flipped.
But he got injured. No, he left in
that
the
what
first
happened?
quarter. He had Damian Harris 4 carries for 11
I
yards.
didn't catch that. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
he got injured with the hammy, so I don't know how long that's going to be. But if you started
fucked.
Ramondre, beast it out.
Stevenson's been balling in his
Yeah,
place.
he's been getting his. He's the kind of like the pass catching back, but they have
like
an
the
even
cream hunt.
split there.
cream
But that's
hunt.
why with that team, you can. They run the ball. They're not
But
going
you
to.
can't ever fucking trust who it is, and it's always
Exactly,
been like this.
exactly,
For my guy.
exactly.
Belichick always does this.
Yeah, but I mean with Ramondre, 25 carries for 161 yards. He had 2
I mean, if
catches
Harris
for
is
14
gone
yards.
and you can get Stevenson, obviously
Oh
that's
yeah,
a lot.
fantasy wise, exactly. If he misses time, that's your RB1 for sure. Volume wise, he's gonna be a great addition. My brother has him.
Yeah.
We've been trying to work a deal out on that, but man, fuck.
Hey,
Hopefully
shout
Damian
out
Harris ain't hurt too much.
shout out to Sean, man. Nice to see you on here, bro. I know the Dolphins lost to the Jets, man. We both felt pain yesterday, bro. That was a rough one, man. We'll get into that one shortly. I know you ain't gonna want to stick around for that though, bro. But shout out to the homie Sean, man, and his beloved Dolphins, man. Tua's coming back sooner than later, man, and y'all will be right back. I keep telling y'all, the bounce back game's gonna be strong for the Dolphins, man.
Dolphins look good, man. Yeah, they got
I'm
that
telling
weird
you,
coach.
man.
I mean, weird demeanor. Mike McDaniel. I don't know. He kind of might be a serial killer. It might be.
Yeah, he's definitely a completely different swag, bro, to him. I'll be honest, bro.
But he's cool. I don't know. He's cool. I like him, dude. I like the Dolphins. I think
There was a
they're on the-
video I sent Sean because I was just like, what the fuck? They asked him, they said, on your coaching staff, who would you slap, who would you kiss, and who would you marry? And like he was just so definitive with his answers that it just kind of bothered me.
Right.
It was just like, yo, these are all dudes they're talking about. I had to rewind it and like listen again. Like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, Mike Tomlin get that question asked. He's like, are we done here? Like,
It's a little weird, but sometimes
It
just for
is,
your
bro, but
squad,
it's
you
kinda
like that.
cool. It's
Exactly.
kinda cool.
You see
It's quirky, it's cool.
when Tua was his quarterback, I think on the plane when he was FaceTiming him. That was like awkward as shit, but it's like okay, like
He's
let's
quirky,
let's
but
do it.
His
Yeah.
troops rally around.
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Yeah, they play hard.
We got off topic. My fault, man. Dolphins, man. Shout out to Sean. That's all
Yeah.
I wanted to really say, man. My bad. Go ahead. Where we at?
Is that it for Patriots
Patriots
lines?
lines? Yeah, we can move on from that game.
The
I
next
mean,
one,
it's-
this is the fantasy goal team, the Seattle Seahawks, dog. Seahawks and Saints, 39-32. Another just, why didn't I bet the over there, dog? Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey, if you look at the Seahawks, outside of the Denver Bronco game, week 1, these dudes are dropping 30 points a week.
Bro, go before the year. Who you taking? Russell Wilson or Geno Smith?
Before the year, of course, Russell Wilson. Come on.
I think it was comical if you
Right.
asked that question, right?
Oh,
Who are you
tell
gonna
me
take?
why. Tell me why Geno's on like a $2 million contract at that.
Bro, Geno is balling right now,
Ballin'.
dog. I mean, 16 for 25, 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Balling.
Playing way better than Russell Wilson.
Shout out to Al Trades. What it do, my guy? Taysom fucking
Ooh.
Jesus, bro, is right, man. Man,
Taysom
a few
Hill.
weeks back, I think it was week 2. Sickest fool was like, my waiver wire must add is Taysom Hill
Guess
for
who
the,
got
for
him?
the fucking chance that Winston goes down. He's a gadget player. You can play him in your tight end.
Woo!
Your boy Issa spent some fab money and was like, yeah, I need that guy.
I had to
think it was
outbid
an
my
obvious
brother.
decision. You did.
I it's really funny. I don't know if my brother thinks that I watched the show and then went off of that, like
Probably.
because he was high on it.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably.
I was watching the game.
I think he's got something right though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
No,
everyone
he-
that's seen it
no,
was
my
like, you gotta
brother-
get him.
No, exactly.
Gotta get
Well, everyone was. I put in the highest bid, and my brother put in the next highest bid. And I don't even think there were that many other high bids
I
in there
didn't
for
bid
him.
for him.
But I was just watching the game again on that gizmo gadgety type of player. He's going to do the Wildcat. It's just, you don't know what to make of him. And if he has tight end eligibility in your league, he could wreck the game. I mean,
Yes.
what about down the road if he's going to get into the game like this and he's just going to take the goal line snaps?
Plus with
he still
Kamara
is a
being-
quarterback too.
Plus with Kamara being injured down
Right?
here all year. Plus with you have Ingram not doing shit in replacement of Kamara. He'll come in there and be
Right, he
a backup
threw a nice
half the
pass.
time.
He threw the nice touchdown pass.
Right
I
down
mean,
the seam to the tight end just looked graceful.
yeah, I mean, like I said, he could be just an absolute difference maker down the
Fantasy
road.
winner for
Yeah.
sure.
And back for the Seattle side again, it was sad to see Rashad Penny. I think is down.
Yeah,
He's
man.
done for the year. He had 8 carries, 54 yards before he left, and then
That shit was sad.
Walker, the third, comes in after that.
Which low key balled.
Ball,
I
8
think his
carries.
first carry was nasty, bro.
8 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. See, again, if you're going to be playing in a competitive league, Walker's probably not going to be available. Just depends on how, most likely. I mean, that's going to be the biggest waiver wire ad amongst other leagues. But, in competitive leagues, he's probably going to be taken. But, dude, Tyler Lockett balling out. 5 catches for 104.
DK.
2 tubs. Tugs? I'm just going to say tubs.
Go ahead, yeah, Tubbs,
whatever
man.
it is,
Rub-a-dub
right?
tub that
Tub,
shit.
rub-a-dub
I'm
tub.
tugging my shit out.
Tub. Tyler Lockett, 2 tubs.
Yep.
DK,
DK
5
doing
catches,
his
88
thing.
yards, and a tub. I think he's they're startable, man. Not even startable. Like good players. I mean, the Seahawks offense looks good. And on the Saints side, you said with that Taysom Hill, wow. Kamara, 23 carries for 103 yards. It's good to
Yeah,
see
I was
he's
so
out there. He's
happy to
healthy.
Fucking dude, I got trade offer after trade offer after trade offer for this guy. Everyone wants him, and I'm like, dude, trust me, I want him too, but I need something from him. So when he
Yeah.
finally played this week, instead of that surprisingly not playing in London, it was so good to see him like put up some fucking numbers for once, man. And I think he could be my ticket to success in this league, man, because I need a back like that. James Conner.
Well, if Kamara's gonna be old Kamara, man, like that's
like having a
RB1,
Diggs.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like having a
Remember
Diggs
championship
around
week? My
center.
brother and Bruce played, and Bruce won the championship. I believe Kamara scored
Kamara
like
had 4
5 or
touchdowns or
6
something
touchdown
crazy. I
game,
remember
just
that.
like woo.
And Loki did it for his son
Yeah.
or something that was had him on fantasy. You were saying, remember?
Nice. And then on the Saints side too, dog. I was high on this boy. I got him, Chris Olave. Bro, I love that guy, dude. He's a baller. I hope he's okay. He had 4 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown before he left with a concussion. And that catch, did you see that catch? Fuck, to hold it, then go to the ground, get concussed,
hold it the
possession.
whole way.
Wow. I mean,
You wonder if his hands locked up and you just couldn't tell. That's why he held the ball.
Yeah, I bid high for him 2 weeks ago. Luckily, I drafted him in our leagues and dropped him not knowing what was going to, how he's going to come about. And then now, like, his air yards, dude, he's a set it and forget it guy. Super good.
Is. Gets the volume all day, every day.
Yeah.
Real quick to the chat, man. Shout out to Chevy P, man. Listen, I love that you have all the love in the world for Goff. Much love to you because I know he was a former Ram. Respect for that, man. I can't lie. But fuck Goff.
Chevy P, man. Chevy P. That sounds like a guy that's been pimping since pimping's been pimping, man.
Pew. Chevy fucking P. Al trades, yes. Turts, yes. Spy puts all day. Yes. Can't fucking wait for tomorrow. We might have got a double bottom temporary for that 360-ish on Spy, but SPX is what I've been playing, and 35.85 is low key where it's been hovering. That's that weekly support for me too. So I'm curious to see how we open up tomorrow, man. By all means, that talk about Russia and possibly having some type of diplomatic angle to take, it to me still sounds like fluff, man. So I got to see what's going on tomorrow. Bounce scout puts after. Exactly. Where we at? Next game?
Next game, the Jets and Dolphins.
Jets
put a shellacking to the Dolphins 40-17.
I think it's really hard to say right now. I know Dolphins fans are feeling super defeated. You lose 2 games back to back, but realistically speaking,
it's not the squad though. I mean, even Teddy Two Gloves threw 1 pass and then
was concussed.
New concussion protocol. It's like after that the Tua controversy and all that, dude. I think if your head hits any part of anything else, you're done for the game. Unfortunately, now
at this point, because there's going to be a lot of scrutiny that comes down to it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, dude. I think Tua. Games he's finished undefeated, including beating the Bills. So I wouldn't really get too tripped out about their production right now. Players like Tyreek Hill, there's absolutely no timing with the third-string quarterback, let alone Bridgewater, who they finally got first reps with all week this week in order to even look decent, and then he goes out after throwing a pass. So
I had the Jets.
I did too.
I'm a teaser guy. When we talk about bets, I don't know if they're good plays, bad plays. I don't know. I love to tease teams. I felt like the Jets were getting 3 points at home. I teased them up to +10. That's why watching that game, I'll buy the extra point too if I can. I'll buy 7 points. That game was closer. The final score is 40-17, but it was closer even in the second half. That backup, Thompson, they didn't play terribly. 19 for 33, 166 yards, threw an interception, but. Yeah, that game was because I remember watching it. I think the Dolphins even took a lead in the second half at some point. And it was 21-3 in the second half, Jets, and they kind of scored late, I think, too. So, but yeah, with the Dolphins, I think you can't really look at them these past couple weeks. You look at that since the comeback against the Ravens.
Yeah.
And Tua is an accurate quarterback, bro. He's a good quarterback.
He's like a game manager on steroids. Because he's not even using his legs. If you notice, I can't fathom the guy has 4 carries for like 1 yard on the year.
And he can run, but
he's more than capable. But he's just a good pocket presence.
Yeah.
He does do his little, looks like Kyle Murray in the pocket, escaping and eluding, but he never actually takes off with it.
Yeah,
I feel like once he gets confidence to do that, I think that's another element that would be dangerous as shit.
Bro, Tyreek there, man. With Tyreek,
Chase Edmonds is droppable.
Yeah, Raheem Mostert, if you have him, thank goodness I picked up Mostert and I have him in all my leagues in my 3 leagues.
Chase Edmonds is droppable.
Exactly. Mostert 18 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown. He's looking like, I know he has that injury history, but which running back in the league doesn't have an injury risk, right? So if you have Mostert, again in a competitive leagues, no way he's still available. But yeah, the Dolphins will be fine, especially when Tua comes back. Their skill players will be fine.
This is the thing that people have trouble with. Can you sit Reek? Can you sit Waddle?
I don't. Man, that's funny you asked that.
I get the explosive and the ceiling is infinite, right? He could take 1 pass, 80 yards for a touchdown. Either one of them. But based upon matchup, would you if they're playing the Bucks, for example, would you sit?
I would only if you have the players to kind of fill in for that. But that's exactly
who can you possibly have if you have a Reek and a Waddle? I mean, I guess you could have gotten them maybe 3rd or 4th round, so you could possibly still have 1 one receiver. Like you can maybe have a Diggs and a Waller.
Yeah,
You can maybe have a.
This is funny you say even
Can't
too
sit
because
him,
it just
right?
made
I
me
mean-
think of last year. I mean, I lost in the first round of playoffs to the eventual champion Dan. Shout out Dano, good
Thunder.
shit. Thunder. But I contemplated benching Jamar Chase against I forgot what the matchup was, and he had one catch. For championship week, Jamar Chase balled out. He won you your finals if you made it if you got there. But in that week, he got one catch for I think 1 yard. And I had Hunter Renfrow. And it was like I could put Hunter Renfrow in there instead, but see that stigma of no, you gotta take who got you there. You
But
got
at one point, you gotta be like, "Yo, dude, am I being too cute?"
exactly.
You
But
know what
hey,
I
man,
mean?
that's some wizard shit. If you can figure out and be like, you know what, and if you have the cojones to put a start in there where matchup based, you're like, this guy just might get me 1, 2, 3, 4 more points. You got to make that move.
100%.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then on the
100%.
Jets side, dude, bro, Wilson
Wilson's
looks good.
real.
Brees Hall looks good. Man, I was
You
trying
almost
to.
took that to the crib, bro. You see, I had no gas left.
I was trying to get Brees
Stumbled
Hall.
to the
When I
one.
put that out here. I was trying to put Brees Hall. I was targeting him to maybe
Yeah, I
put
thought
Najee in
I
the
thought
package.
Michael Carter was the guy, to be quite honest with
Yeah.
you, bro. And
No,
then
he's-
all of a sudden, it's like, no.
He's
no.
the backup. 2 catches for 100 yards because he had that 79-yard catch.
Almost got in.
Yeah, with
He was
18
gassed.
carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, he's the man.
That was fire. That was a good performance all around. I mean, I think that the Jets are not the team as of late.
Bro, the Jets aren't the that like doormat team anymore. I think Saleh is a good
bro,
defensive coach.
Flacco came in and got their dub. Wilson came back. First game back playing against the Steelers. They were down 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, and they came back.
And they
That's
came
right.
back.
Yep.
And then they move on to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And that was
I don't
where my
know.
locker
I don't know who to
room
trust for the receiving side of the Jets. I don't know. I mean, you got
I don't
Corey
trust
Davis,
anyone.
you got Wilson.
I don't
I
trust
don't.
anyone.
Week to week, it's gonna be.
Flex during bye weeks, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
Conklin was beasting out as a tight end, and he just went straight up ghost. Not ghost AF, ghost like nowhere to be seen. 0 catches for 0 yards on 1 target.
Sean has asked so politely to stop talking about this fucking
Jets
Dolphins
talk
game.
has
So
to stop.
We'll respect that for you, my guy. We'll move on to the next game, man.
The next game is the Buccaneers and Falcons. Buccaneers winning 21-15. Thank you for covering my teaser.
Buccaneers and Falcons. I'll be honest with you, the Bucs.
Sketchy call at the end of the game there.
The
When you have the Buccaneers and you have them -4, you're like, thank you, I'll take it. But the most sus call of all time. What the
roughing
fuck are you supposed to do?
And it was the softest laydown. It wasn't even, bro.
The referee said he threw him.
Bro.
That's a joke. But you see, again, you can kind of like, I'm happy that I was on that side of it. Because again, it's like the Buccaneers are dominating 21-0. The Falcons scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. Mariota comes alive late. It's like, dude, they get the ball back, and you kind of feel like, and again, the analytical thing. They scored the touchdown, went for 2, got it. So they're down by 6. If they get the ball back, bro, you're not covering your spreads, nothing. They're gonna win the game, motherfucking outright.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
that was rough, bro. That was a rough call.
And again, Mariota, 14 for 25, 147 and a touchdown. He does all the rushing, 7 carries for 61 yards. Allgeier was a pickup, I know, on the waiver wire because Cordell Patterson went down, right?
Yep.
13 carries, 45 yards. But the Bucs defense, nobody runs against the Bucs. So maybe
That's why they did surprisingly well, considering no Cordell Patterson, and I thought that would really fuck them up. And, they did surprisingly well. I mean, look, 21-15 looks a little bit better than it really was. I mean, I think it was, 21-7 at one point?
21-0 at one point.
Oh, it was 21.
It was 21-0.
So they battled back all game. Okay.
Going into the fourth quarter,
It's
21-0. Yeah.
It's
Atlanta's a gritty team. They're going to give you those cover your spread type of teams.
They have been involved with every single game.
Yeah, 2-3 in all close
Every
games.
single game they've been involved in. So I like the Falcons. I think there's some fantasy worthy on there for sure.
For the Bucs side, Brady finally came back, 35 of 52 for 351 yards and a touchdown. Fournette's an absolute beast, dog. Only 14 carries for 56 yards, but he did get in. But then he caught 10 passes for 83 yards and a touchdown.
That was what was surprising to me.
Mike Evans, 4 catches, 81 yards. Godwin, 6 catches for 61 yards. Those guys are going to be good. Fournette, Evans, Godwin, they're going to be solid week
Plus
to
you
week.
got Julio that you throw in the mix during the late side of the season, and the Bucs are definitely, to me, a very scary, under-the-radar team right now.
Yeah.
They lost to the Packers, they lost to the Chiefs, and then, everyone's like, yeah, they don't got it.
3-2 now. They're
They got all their
3-2.
receivers getting healthy at the right times, make a nice little 4 or 5 game win streak. All of a sudden, they're top in their division, loving life. So
They'll be there at the end. Yeah,
They
the
will.
Buccaneers, because you
Can't
cannot
count 'em
count
out.
out Tom just yet.
can't count them out. What's our next one up?
Next game
Next game
is the Titans and Commanders. The Titans won 21-17.
What'd you think about that game, man? The Commanders themselves are the most. I'm sorry, they're just
Carson
garbage.
Wentz,
I can't even
dude.
tell you how garbage is. I played Calvin Ridley over Amari Cooper in one league, and then I played Calvin Ridley over.
Calvin Ridley.
I'm sorry, Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley suspended because
Not
he's
Calvin-
betting on games, dog. He's been betting.
Not
He's
Calvin
got a couple
Ridley.
parlays out there.
What's Curtis Samuel?
Curtis
Jesus,
Samuel.
My fault. Same kind of gizmo guy, right?
Right. Curtis Samuel, I like
He's
Curtis
been
Samuel.
getting the volume. It's like usually he gets a few carries along with his targets. He didn't get any carries. I don't think this week, did he?
No carries.
No carries. And
I mean,
normally he's getting 3 carries, 30 yards.
Brian
2 carries,
Robinson
15
came back.
yards.
He had 9
his
carries for
gunshot
22
wound?
yards. Yeah, from his gunshot wound, but that can't trust. That backfield is a
I
mess.
think Robinson takes it over though.
He might be the
because-
number one. Gibson only 3
Gibson
carries for
hasn't
6
done
yards.
Shit. He only had a few carries last week.
Yep. Well, he had 3 catches for 33 yards, only 3 carries for 6 yards.
But watch when they bring in Robinson and start really getting him acclimated. I think and just the story alone, it's one of those stories that you can just see him really doing his thing. But they're
I
so
think
bad.
Red Zone wasn't showing this game for some reason, so I didn't even really get to see much of this game. I had a bet on this game of over. I teased it down to 36 in one, and then I had it 40.5 in another, and then Carson Wentz just doing Carson fucking Wentz things, dog. I don't know if you see the end of that game. They showed it. They have it on the goal line, and he throws
Another pick.
It's just like, you get the touchdown, you get your overs, yeah, great. But it's like, even watching that, I was sitting there, man. I'm like, don't get excited. Don't get excited that they're moving the ball down the field. Don't get excited that they have a goal to go. Carson Wentz is gonna Wentz this shit up somehow.
Carson Wentz was the most overhyped quarterback in our generation.
Bro, he had that MVP year, dude.
Eagles year, and then
He bust his knee.
Nick Foles came in, won it anyway, and it was like, wait, was it really the QB in this case? And I
Yeah.
know he was balling, but like Foles made it look
This guy to the
easy.
Diami Brown, 2 catches for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Who is that
I
guy?
never heard of him before.
Yeah, who is that?
I never heard of him before.
Terry
But those are things
McLaurin.
that are flukes. You know, it's
McLaurin, 5 catches, 76
Scary Terry.
yards.
Scary
Your
Terry always
Samuel,
gets his.
yeah, he's gonna get his 6 catches, 62 yards. I still like those guys as WR2s.
I felt like this week was like the week of like the return of the OGs from Arby's.
Derrick
Like
Henry
Derrick
on the other
Henry
side.
feasted, Kamara feasted, Saquon feasted. What's the other dude that we were just talking about? Nick Chubb feasted.
Chubb.
But who was the other dude?
Chubb, Saquon.
No, Cook. Dalvin Cook.
came
It
back.
was like the OG year. A couple
Yeah.
TDs. All these dudes either getting a lot of production or a couple TDs, man. It was good
First
to see.
couple of weeks, I wasn't drafting Derrick Henry in any of my leagues for some reason. He never caught. He doesn't catch any balls. I thought he was gonna start to decline.
Starting to catch balls this
I
now.
was wrong on that. He's catching the balls now. He got 2 catches for 30 yards, and then his 28 carries for 102 and 2 tugs. That dude's a beast. So if you have
Must
Derrick
start.
Henry, must start.
Must stars. 2 weeks in a row he's gotten into pay dirt, man.
Right. But other than that,
What we got up next?
And then the most boring game of all time, the Texans Jaguars. I think that will take that could take the cake for
I'm
that
confused.
Broncos Colts game.
Yeah,
what
no,
the
I'm
fuck is
confused,
this,
man.
dude?
Let's talk about this for a second because James Robinson, I have him in another league, was balling 3 weeks in a row.
And now it looks like
This guy can't even get like 30 yards.
10 carries for 27 yards.
And this is 2 weeks in a row, bro. And
Yeah.
like, last week was game script.
Bro,
No, dude,
I
no.
hope they go to
These
Etienne.
the game script. They were up 14 points against the Eagles last week. This
Yep.
week it's 13-6 games, so they weren't down by more than 1 score for the most part all game.
Yeah.
And this guy James Robinson can't do shit all of a sudden.
And dude, Etienne had 10 carries for 71 yards.
What is that?
So, and he's the pass. Bro, I'm high on Etienne.
I
have
know,
him in my
bro.
leagues.
I
was high
know,
on him
but
going
James
into
was
the year.
balling so hard
Correct.
that you're like,
Correct. And again, my brother has James Robinson. Almost pulled the trigger on trying to
Trading
get
him?
James
I
Robinson
know.
because I have Etienne.
I didn't
So
like
I'm
that.
like,
I don't like that.
maybe I should get James Robinson somehow. But yeah, he's looking like, I don't know. Hopefully Etienne takes over that backfield.
But the Texans got a dub, bro. Like that team
exactly,
just was fucking
man.
bizarre.
But yeah, and that is the part of betting that I think a lot of novice rookie bettors make that mistake.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like
they're not gonna win a game all year.
At home.
Right.
Easy
Jags have been
game.
playing
They're
so
favored
well.
They're favored by 7.5. They're going to win that
3-2
game.
after that?
2-3 now.
2-3. So
Yeah.
2-2.
With the
That's
Texans getting their first win. And again, I have no idea what to make of Trevor Lawrence.
Shout out to L Train, my guy. What's goody, dog?
I have no idea.
All is well. Yes, all is well, man. All is well, man. I appreciate all you guys on today, man. Fuck, man. We got a full house, man. Maybe Easy Does It was our secret to success. Yeah, sick as full. Take your time. Enjoy the backpack that you're on the road with, man. We're good right now.
Oh,
what
man.
was our next one, man? Let's fuck this game, man. Let's move on to
this
another
game. Yeah, because Damian Pierce is good for.
Pierce has been a starter.
Pierce is really good as a running back if you have him on for Houston.
He's been a starter.
And then, yeah, that's
hard
about
to
it.
trust because you feel like the Texans will go down. So
yeah, the Niners and Panthers. The Niners drubbed the Panthers.
Let's talk about the Niners.
The Niners are good.
The Niners have the best defense in the league right now. Cowboys arguably, Bucks arguably, but the Niners have the best defense in the league right now.
Niners are scary good, man.
And I think I said this on the stream 2 weeks ago. I said it on the stream last week. My guy, Coach, aka the Doc, will probably love to hear this at some point if he tunes in. But the Niners defense not only looks really strong, but Garoppolo's starting to feel comfortable with the new playbook because remember he didn't have any of that shit. You got Debo doing Debo things. You got Kittle still not really making an impact.
Where's Kittle?
I mean, he fumbled the ball. He had 5 catches.
But Kittle's like a great blocker, man. He's underrated.
He was getting some action. I think he had 5 catches for like maybe 50 yards or something. But he just had a fumble that kind of cost his fantasy numbers.
Ooh.
But he had a decent one. On the other side, though, man, like on the defensive side, bro, it's like Bosa went down, and I was like, fuck. That's it. Groin injury for Bosa. There goes my fantasy defense, you know? Sure enough, bro, they still were getting in there causing sacks.
Bosa left the game?
He left at one point, yeah. He didn't return for the rest of the game. He had a groin injury. But it looked like it was like he could get back in.
But they're not going to bring him back.
He was like, whatever, we're winning. You know, there's no point in it.
Yeah, the Baker Mayfield experiment in Carolina. Sorry.
Yikes.
Again, I don't personally hate the guy. There's nothing against. He makes great commercials, but fuck, I hate watching Baker Mayfield play football, dude. Oh my god.
I don't know what happened to him, but like
he sucks.
I know, but he just is the most conservative. He's like a Mitch, bro. Mitch.
He's like way better at. I can never throw the football, man. I never could make it to. I can't play high school football. I get it, but it's like, dude, he's just in like the way he carries himself too. It's like, I'm so good. I'm the best quarterback ever. Bro,
Church was happy about that, by the way, dog. Firing the head coach.
Yeah, Matt Rule's gone. And I just read he had David Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, gave him a 7-year deal.
And so he's still paid for after the 3-year deal, right?
He's going to still collect $40 million for the next 3.5 years. Can we talk about this
for a second?
How fucking amazing is that?
Why is it that coaches keep their guarantees type shit, but player gets injured and their guarantees are just not like the same setup? It's like, yo, these people are risking their fucking bodies.
Life and
How do
limb,
you not have more guarantee for the players than coaches?
Yeah, not to get all political with it. I mean, if coaching in the NFL isn't white privilege at its finest, man, then what is? I mean, nepotism at its highest form. Perfect example is the Cowboys. I mean, look what happened with the Dolphins coach, and now he's embroiled in all this shit, right? Like the coach was telling him, "Hey, I'll give you $100,000 to lose games." Right, he's still being competitive.
Right.
His name, I'm forgetting his name.
I know you're talking about
the Dolphins coach that just got fired. But I think Tomlin might have hired him back. But bro, yeah, it's just
Tomlin did.
It's the Cowboys when they had just 2 years ago the worst defense, record-setting numbers how bad they are. But he gets that job because he's friends with the coach, right? I believe Mike Nolan. It's like he's got the worst. Even when he was a coordinator last in the NFL, his defense was last in the league. Takes off somewhere, makes a couple probably gets a few $1 million to chill out. His buddy gets a coaching job. Hey, guess what, bro? I got a gig for you here. You can make a couple $1 million to be the worst defense in the league. They get rid of him now. Dan Quinn is in Dallas, and look at in 2 years. You said their defense is nasty, dog. That Cowboys defense,
Carson,
you said, is
Micah,
nasty, bro.
We had a chance to get Micah, bro. I'll never live that down, man. Micah is sincerely, bro, someone the Steelers could have fucking used at this point, man. I remember when they got Choco Taco, one year in the draft, and the Steelers got T.J. Watt, and my boy, who's a shout out to DY, man. He's a Cowboy diehard fan, bro. And he just wanted to vomit. He's like, you got the pedigree of Watt brothers, and you're gonna fucking get Choco Taco. And of course, he didn't work out there. He was gone right away. And so now they kind of get the last laugh with Micah because that guy's a dog, bro.
They're good, dude.
I think he had 13 sacks last season in his rookie season, and he's already got 6 this year.
I'm not sure exactly the
5 or
number,
6,
but
bro.
yeah, they're beasting.
He's a fucking monster. And then Diggs, obviously, as the fucking lockdown corner, reminds me of Jalen Ramsey back in the day. Or that defense is so disgusting. It reminds me of the Niners, man. They'll score, they'll stop you, they'll sack you, they'll cause havoc, fumbles, turnovers, the whole 9 yards, man.
On the Panthers side, sorry if you have anyone there. I mean, McCaffrey kind of 14 carries, 54 yards. He got in there. He had 7 catches for 50 yards.
His
so
production just
they're
been
utilizing
lackluster.
him. Yeah, they have to throw to him now, so at least they're utilizing him.
I honestly feel like they're preserving him because every year the guy's getting banged the fuck up.
Yeah,
Dude.
now
And they use him
their
like
season's
a bell
pretty
cow.
much over now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at 1-4, unless they come back. But yeah, if you have anyone outside of McCaffrey, it sucks. But the Niners side, Debo, beast. Jeff Wilson Jr., 17 carries, 120 and a touchdown.
I got
He's a beast.
Elijah in my league, and I was able to get Jeff Wilson. I actually didn't start him last week. I thought that he would struggle against the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. And then this week, I didn't play him again. I actually sat Jamal Williams and Jeff Wilson in my league, and I played Nick Chubb, who I traded for, and who was my other running back? David Montgomery. No, I don't remember who the other one was. But, dude, I had some tough running back decisions this week, man. Worked out for me. Top scorer in both leagues. So
Nice. You're loving it. You're loving life, huh?
Hey,
I love being the top scorer.
It's it's the best, bro. You know it is, bro. It's the best, man. Especially when you had the juggernauts going head to head. I wasn't even in the convo, bro. Shout out to Toddy, Lottie Dottie Toddy, man. He's my opponent this week, man. I know he had golf, so I know that was a rough one for him, but he'll come back, man. He's a vet. Your boy Sick as Fool says if we talk about Mayfield, he's gonna hop off, man. So we gotta respect that.
Yeah.
No more Mayfield talk, man. No more Mayfield talk.
He's injured. On to the next game, which was the lock of the week for
Steve
Sick as
Smith.
Fool.
Oh, real quick though, my fault. McCaffrey's done. No, he's not. Bring back Steve Smith though, man. That was my favorite Panther of all time. Even though he ended as a Raven, and I fucking hated that. Steve Smith was one of my favorite receivers to
Pound
ever
for pound,
watch,
bro. That was one tough
His
son of a bitch.
tenacity was second to none, bro.
Like you said, like those guys, bro, that just left it all out there. You felt like he gave you everything,
bro.
And then some when he was playing.
Everything, bro. I love that dude, man.
See, but that's what we're saying about your team, though, bro. Like, Kenny Pickett, man. I like that. Like you're saying, at least he's got some fight in him,
He
man.
does.
At least he has some, like, he said,
He
nothing
does.
against Mitch Trubisky, but that was like, dog, show some emotion sometimes. You make a big run, like, the team gets fired up with that. Like, let's go. But,
Bro, when
Pickett will be all right. I think
when,
he'll be all right.
When Brissett went 4th and 1 with Cleveland and got the first down and got up and like fucking spiked the ball and like was all amped, and then the very
Yes.
next drive, Mitch head first
touchdown.
to tie the game at 13-12 before the extra point.
He got up and it looked like he told him he had a dentist appointment.
He got out of a dentist appointment, bro. Like I'll never forget, bro. Our linebacker, our offensive lineman, what's his name? Okafor, like headbutted him, like let's go, and he was just like,
yeah, hey,
and like jogged off the field, and I was just like, yo, I don't even want him on my squad
Not-
anymore.
and
So
not
thank
anymore.
God Pickett's in town.
The
Only
football
thing the
league.
Steelers have to look forward to after that loss was your boy Pickett put up 300 plus yards on his debut, man, his first start.
Yeah.
What's the next
Right.
game, man? We going
The
Steelers now.
Phillies
Fuck.
and Eagles. I mean, the Phillies and Eagles. Philly and Cardinals. The Birds matching up with each other.
We kind of spoke about this game. I don't know if it was here or not. Oh yeah, it was here. We talked about we talked about Eagles in the first half. I think they have 85 points in the second quarter prior to week 4, most in the NFL's history in one quarter. So first half they've been lighting it up. Second half they get real calm and usually have leads. And look, everyone talks about their schedule.
Everyone lost money in this game betting the over. By the way, I feel like everybody and their mothers bets the over in these types of games, which again, the novice mistake, the rookie mistake, I have made a million times before. But I stayed away from this game. But a 2017 final score, right? Eagles scoring at will. Cardinals always
can't
scoring
do shit in the first half.
and they score a lot in the second half. And the over-under is 50, or it was at 49, I believe it ultimately ended at.
I think
At
people are
37.
underestimating the Eagles' defense.
The Eagles' defense is good,
Sly
man.
Darius Slay, he's a fucking dog. He's like a Diggs. Shut down corner.
Yep.
And then you got they're putting pressure on QBs, and it's undermined because the first week of the season they played Detroit, and Detroit put up I think 35 points. It was 38-35. So no one wants to pick Steelers defense, Eagles defense, but Eagles are for real, bro.
No, they're for real. Jalen Hurts, bro, 26 of 36 for 239, no touchdowns, no picks in the air, but he got in twice, 15 carries, 61 yards. That dude's a beast. I like Miles Sanders a lot too. Yep. 15 carries. At least we know he has that backfield. I mean, there's Gainwell's there, Boston Scott.
Sure.
But Gainwell only 3 carries.
The Eagles are set up for success. They have 3 capable backs. A.J. Brown came in and relieved Devontae Smith of having to be the fucking number 1 as a rookie.
See, A.J. Brown had a bad game. This game, 332. But then Devontae goes for 1087. Goddard goes for 8 catches, 95 yards. You're right. I like the Eagles a lot.
They are set up and balanced.
Yeah. Defense is good. Quarterback's good.
Still have had a soft schedule, so I am curious to see when they play some really fucking strong-ass teams.
Cardinals side, again, Murray is I feel like
Connor injured again.
Connor is 9 carries, 55 yards.
First half he was doing that, man. Almost 5 yards a carry.
You know what? Marquise Brown is balling, though.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood is balling. 8 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And I think that continues.
He's been like the only,
especially when D-Hop comes back.
Oh man, I hope
that's double teams now on he's getting one-on-ones.
Yep, correct. But outside of that, nothing much on the Arizona side besides that. But the Eagles looking really good. Well, I love Jalen Hurts too, man. He's just like that. His progression makes me happy in life. If you put your work into something, dog, if you believe in something, you can be good.
Because no one talked about his passing.
Bro, he got Tua and him were in Alabama.
Yeah.
So they bring Tua in. They say, all right, we don't need you. If you were in college, he didn't even throw the ball, dog, at all.
He was a runner.
A runner only.
Yes.
And it's like, then he goes to, I believe, what was it, Oklahoma? Or wait, where did he transfer?
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Right?
Yeah, Oklahoma.
He does well, and then even when he comes to the Eagles, bro, it's like, he's just a runner. He's just a runner. And now that, like, the
Lamar
leaps
Jackson
he made,
approach.
bro, that's the thing, like, off-season. The season's over. He says he's going to work a lot. He says he's going to practice a lot. He says he's going to do some, I don't know what drills he did or what coaches he met up with, but when you see it on the field now, bro, Jalen Hurts is the one, man. I like that guy, bro. And he looks like he's
the one.
He looks like he's hungry for more. Like he still wants to eat more.
He is,
bro. The way he talks, the way he carries himself, like it's just like, bro, every practice. I mean,
I love the versatility in him. Like if he's got to throw a touchdown, he's throwing touchdowns. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
Bro, you see how much that dude fucking squats? Bro, Jalen is a monster, bro. He squats 600 pounds. Okay, boy. And then that's the funny said too. He's like the opposite for me of Russell Wilson.
Dead opposite.
You feel me? I feel like even the way they carry themselves, he's the opposite. I don't feel it's not fake with him. Just the way he talks and the way he carries himself. He's a real dude.
He's the dude.
You feel me? Like
real, recognized, real.
You know what I mean? I don't know how you exactly right? Exactly. And it's just like bro. He's a good dude. But yeah, I love Jalen, bro. You got a good one with that. Hopefully, I see you in the finals.
Hey.
Lamar versus Jalen.
Hey,
come on, baby, let's go. Speak that into existence. Come on, baby.
I'm just happy to get my bye week out at week 7, man. I'm like, let's run it. After week 7, I'm all in. What was the next game we had?
The last 2 games is the Cowboys-Rams.
Okay, this is a big game for me to talk about, bro, because the Cowboys.
22-10 Cowboys. What's up with the Rams?
I'm in this debate right now with my cousins and my aunt and everything, right? Cooper Rush. They're like, see, and then the dumbass Cowboys will bring Dak in right away. And I'm like, look, man, Cooper Rush is not the guy that's doing this. It's their defense. Like, Cooper Rush had 102 passing yards with no touchdowns last week, bro.
Let's see the final box score. 10 for 16 and 102 yards.
And look at the score. They put up 22 points, and my guy threw 102 yards. Now, granted, 0 interceptions in his 4 starts, but he's only thrown 4 touchdowns.
They're not asking him to do much.
They're not asking him to do much but game manager, and this is their excuse. Yeah, but you put Dak in, and then he's going to throw those picks up. And I'm like, nah, bro, listen. Dak is more than capable than Cooper Rush is. Do I think that look, I'm a weird guy, man. I'm a momentum guy. I'm an energy guy. If I'm 5-0,
I'm a weird guy too.
If I'm 5-0 in 2 seasons, 1-0 last year and 4-0 this year, yeah, dog, I'm gonna keep it real, dude. I'm like, yo, Cooper, you the guy.
Why fix something that's not broken?
You the guy. They got the best backup in history now. Dak right behind you.
Yeah, that's.
But knowing that my guy threw 102 fucking yards and only. And 0 picks. Knowing that, do you really go, no, he's the guy. I can't put that.
This is a great question for the diehard Cowboy fan. Because
they're already saying, "Oh yeah, no, we're bringing Dak. Are you serious? Because if
Right?
Cooper's doing this, then we got Dak." And I'm like,
I don't know.
But
yeah.
but the guy's not turning the ball over. But look at Dak's numbers last year. He had his highest QBR of his career.
They lost.
104.
The first week Dak was there, they lost.
I get it. 104 QBR last year. 4,400 yards passing. Only 10 picks, 37 touch.
Dak?
Yeah, bro. He had his best QBR,
See,
his best yardage,
I don't think that
his
you.
best touch.
I think maybe if you ask the Cowboy fan, then if they're being sincere, I don't think Cooper is going to get you over the hurdle to get the Super Bowl. To get
I
the
think
chip.
they become better
I think
with
you
Dak.
know that Dak is going to have to be that guy.
I think
but
they
there's
become
some
better
kind of
with Dak.
weird thing that I guess comes with like associating Dak with maybe being more wild or
Yeah.
more like the games have to be
It's
38,
like,
35.
That's what they tell me. My cousin,
Right?
You know when those 10 picks were? Those 10 picks were in the fourth quarter or in overtime or in the playoff, you know?
No, yeah, I mean, Mike. As long as Mike McCarthy, as a Cowboy fan, you know, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. It's like if Mike McCarthy doesn't fuck it up for you, they're going to be good, man. He's just got don't
Their
make clock
defense
management
is carrying
mistakes.
them right now like no other is my fucking point, dog. It don't
Tony
matter who's the
Pollard
QB at
looked
this
good. 86 yards on 8
Imagine
carries.
if Dak has no pressure and he knows he can throw 102 yards. He's never had a team where he's been able to throw 102 yards and get a win.
And Dak is a gamer.
He's a gamer,
He'll
bro.
put his head down and get the extra yards. Like, we don't need you to do too much. We don't need you to do a lot. Just, bro, if you're a Cowboy fan right now, but again, like that Stephen A. Smith type thing, dog, it's all a shtick. Like, that whole, like, oh, the Cowboys, they just can't wait to explode or something like that. I mean, the Cowboys fans get nervous. But they got a good team, though. I mean, if I'm a Cowboy fan, I'm liking my squad, man. My defense is nice.
They made the Rams look confused.
Bro, but look, speaking on the Rams, and I guess if you're going to go to that side, damn, I think it would kind of be I'd be a little worried if I'm a Rams fan right now. Like, what is going on?
Because I'll tell you why. Cooper Kupp is the only guy capable in their receiving corps.
The O-line looks like shit, man. I mean, again, I told you in my league.
James Robinson is so bad. I've never seen someone digress so bad in my life, bro. I feel like.
James Robinson?
James Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Allen
My
Robinson.
fault. Allen Robinson, bro.
Allen Robinson,
Like
3
you
catches
Odell
for
Beckham
12
and
yards.
Allen Robinson last year, I would have been like this.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
Cooper Kupp,
okay,
outside
sure.
of Cooper Kupp for the Rams,
Nobody.
Again, 7 catches, 125 and a touchdown. That's it.
But even that 125 yards, bro, one of his was a 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah, correct.
They shut his ass down after that.
Yeah,
fucking
you're right.
catch,
You're
dog.
right. Exactly.
That's why they couldn't do anything on offense.
No rushing game. I was high on Cam Akers this year as well.
Nothing.
I was like, I'm gonna nab Cam Akers in every league I can if he's gonna fall to me in that 3rd, 4th round. Picked him up. He's just trash. Well, I don't know if it's him or if it's Henderson. I mean, excuse me, if it's him or if it's the scheme, the line, right? Because Cam Akers was a talented runner. It's like,
I don't know if it's lying either because I did see Matt Stafford under duress. But
Yeah, that's
again,
true.
though, it was the Cowboys. D is just so strong. They're doing this to everybody.
That's
so
true,
I
too.
really
So-
don't know what to expect here. But McGirt, Turks, bro. Yes, man. I actually picked up Pacheco, tomato. I picked up this dude because I don't know the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's just so Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I never know what the fuck I'm getting with him. And then Jerick McKinnon ain't getting traffic for shit. But the spurts and the shit I think that this guy could be a surprise to most as well. He's definitely fun to fucking watch, man.
And
I'm excited
Andy
for
Reid,
that. So powerful for how small he is, dude. For
running
sure.
backs for Andy Reid. Yeah, if anything
That
happened to
can be-
Hilaire, that guy could be
He'll be the
league
best
winner.
handcuff
Yeah,
in
he
the
could be a
game
league
if that
winner, right?
happens.
Yeah.
I got him right now. I picked him up a couple weeks back, and I'm like, this might be the guy.
Pacheco.
Yeah, he's sick, bro. He
Pacheco,
just
Pacheco.
sprints.
Yeah, it's a fun name to say too. He
It
gets
is.
in there, a little bit, scores some touchdowns. Like what?
Back to this. We got one more game, right?
Last
Was it
game.
Bengals
and Ravens. The 1917 game.
I thought this was going to be so much more explosive because the Ravens defense has been suspect to say the least. I mean, they're giving up 30 points a game in some of these games where it's just like, I feel like this, look, maybe the Bengals got to put those white jerseys back on because their offense was fucking clicking in those white jerseys. Maybe they need that white drip swag. I mean, if I'm the coach, man, I'm like, yo, put us back in those jerseys. Because they balled out last week.
They looked lost. The Bengals
looked
They
lost.
looked like they couldn't get anything going. I mean, Higgins left early. He had like an injury to his ankle, so he left. But it looked like they were
Which
just.
we can't undermine. That is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big number 2 receiver. It looked like they were just trying to force feed Jamar Chase in the early going. They were just trying to get him involved right around the line of scrimmage. Wasn't looking good. I mean, the Bengals offense just didn't look good at all yesterday. But you know what I will say about the Ravens? I was listening to someone say this on the radio, and they're right. Ever since that the game against the Dolphins, when they just got lit up, right, with Tua coming back,
Their defense
since
has been
then,
solid.
it's been much better.
Yeah.
They played the Bills,
Yep.
and I think that was Diggs' lowest receiving yards of the
Yep.
season.
Yep.
Josh Allen didn't go crazy on him like
Yep.
people thought, and then this game, you thought, right,
That's
Burrow's
what I'm
going
saying.
to
It's
destroy
been so
them.
weird. It's been high-scoring affairs, you
Correct.
figure, and then all of a sudden they're just like, nah, we're gonna kill the clock on offense with our little run scheme. J.K.
Yep.
Dobbins back. I think
Yep.
that's ultimately what's kind of fucking the Ravens' offense up.
Bro,
You
that's
know when
my
you
guy.
get that player.
Lamar is my guy in all my
Beast.
leagues. He's my quarterback. I mean, he's my ride or die. I hope he's going to
Have
carry
you-
me to the promised land.
Have you seen how he is? The dude is such a dope dude. He's like, everyone's all focused on materials and cars and homes and all this fancy shit, but ain't none of that gonna be there when you
I love
pass.
Lamar, man. He's
Dude's a good dude.
Seems like a
He's
really
so
good dude.
smart,
Exactly.
bro, up
Yeah,
top.
absolutely. Like, you root for players like him.
You
The
do,
way he
bro.
speaks, the way he talks.
Well,
I
dude,
love
he
him.
got criticized his whole career. Like, oh, you can't be a passing.
Not bad
you can't
for
be
a running back.
Yeah, not
Really
bad
not-
for a running back.
Not
bro.
bad for a running back.
5 touchdowns. I think
Yeah.
he threw 5 that game, bro. Not
I'm like,
bad
actually,
for
he
a
missed
running back.
2 wide open throws. If
He
you're
did.
watching the game,
He
like,
did.
oh man,
Like,
I mean,
all he had to do was put touch 2, which
that's
was
it.
weird.
That's it.
They had so much distance. I think it was DuVernay on the
Yeah,
second one.
Duvernay.
He had so much distance. He could have thrown that shit up to the top.
Flick your wrist to it, bro. You would have ran underneath it.
No touch on it.
Right? But I mean, then again, it goes to the whole, like we say this, if you believe in the controversy of the games being fixed and spreads. What are these coaches doing? I think I was texting the group there, right?
Right.
Live, like, what the
Fourth
fuck are you
and 2
doing?
Here, 4th and inches
Well,
here.
4th and 2, and they were down by 3. Cincinnati was down
Right.
3.
Why not kick the
4th
field
and
goal
2 in the
to
fourth
tie the
quarter?
game?
Correct. It's going to be a tie game. Your defense is playing good. Why forego the 3 points there? And then later on in the game, see, Baltimore did the same thing that Harbaugh he's going to
Yeah.
get criticized for.
Yeah.
He
Fourth
didn't
and
kick the
inches
field goal
and-
against the Bills.
Yes.
Right? He goes for it. They
Yes.
don't get it. They
Yes.
lose. And then it's 4th and inches, my guy. And I think they were down, what, 1?
Yeah, they were down 1 point.
Yeah. 4th and inches. And then he
Oh, no, wait.
I forget it.
No, they weren't. They were actually up 6 at that point because the Bengals scored a touchdown to go up by 1, and the Ravens came and kicked the field goal. So I
Okay.
think they were down 6.
So let me try to look at the score. Yeah, well, how
They
did
were down. They were up 6. Ravens were up 6.
Oh,
It
correct.
was 7. No, it was.
No, the Ravens were up 3.
16 to 13.
The Ravens were up 3, 13 to 10.
13 to 10.
They were up 3.
Yes.
And then they kicked the
They
field
kicked
goal
the field goal
to make
to
it
16-10.
16-10. But again, the dude, I don't know. Talking about coaches again, and this like, I don't know. Maybe I'm jealous that I'm not making $10 million a year to make these dumb decisions that these coaches are making, or well, I don't know how to say it, but like, to win the game, right? If
Right.
you're up 13 to 10,
Right.
and you figure if
You
I
get
kick
this
this
4th and
field goal,
inches, it's still a 1 touchdown game when you lose.
the touchdown, you lose.
Right.
I don't know. On the other side, devil's advocate, now you're forcing them to score a touchdown. But if you're
forcing them to
4th
score a
and inches with arguably the best running quarterback the league has ever seen, your
think-
team is built on running.
I think in a divisional game, I would be more conservative in that as well. And I'll tell you why.
I guess it's not as bad.
I'll
I'm
tell you
thinking
why.
about it.
The
but
Bengals went for it and missed. So they lost 3 points on that play. Now, if I kick this field goal, I'm gaining 3 points on this. That's a 6-point turnaround. And you look at the overall approach, you're like, all right, I'm forcing them to score a touchdown, and I'm really getting 6 points off this because they missed their 3 that they could have
Yeah.
gotten in that.
I mean, yeah.
Divisional game, I can kind of see that call more than the other one. The other one, the Bengals go up by 3. I mean, tie the game.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
a no-brainer.
ironic to lose
That's a
19-17, to lose by 2 points, and not that free 3 points was right there. I mean,
That was a
I
no-brainer
probably
too.
would have worked out differently that way, but yeah, how funny.
So that was it for the games, man. I mean, I guess we can always say, dude, that was a phenomenal week of football, man. I think fantasy owners all around were a little bit more happy. We started
always
off
so
hot
much
all
fun,
around,
man.
right?
Nothing like NFL football, man. Of course, our complaints and everything, but God, nothing like waking up Sunday, just full slate of games, man.
I love it.
The prospects. Am I going to win this week? Am I going to hit my bets, bro? What game is going to fuck me over?
So let's talk about fantasy real quick, okay? So waiver wires, as far as waiver wires go, were there any players that stood out? I know obviously we lost James Conner again, so you know maybe what do they call this guy again? James Conner's backup,
Benjamin.
Eno Benjamin. If he's still out there, maybe that's a guy you got to have now, of course, on that offense. I know that James Conner hurt his ribs again. Montgomery's back. Herbert's probably a drop now or a stash just in case. Jeff Wilson's balling, but he's been picked up all around.
Yeah, I don't think there's much
not much
action on the
waiver
waiver wire right now. Exactly, because if you're playing in a competitive league or if you're playing with guys that even remotely know what they're doing, there shouldn't be really, even in like 10-man and above leagues, there probably shouldn't be
much out there.
Exactly. You're just gonna have to make matchup-based decisions now.
There are some bye weeks happening this week.
That's right.
First round of bye weeks.
Bye weeks kick in this upcoming week.
So there is some things that you got to keep in mind on the fantasy tip. I definitely like to pick up some players right before Thursday Night Football or right before Monday Night Football. I like picking up maybe an RB2 on each team just in case someone goes down. It's like next week I'm ahead of the game. But other than that, man, there's really not too much action out there that's a must-have. If Taysom Hill is available for you and you've been needing streaming help because he did drop a lot by not producing, obviously he's one that you got to just have the faith to stash. And based upon specific matchup and based upon injuries, he's definitely a startable candidate for the tight end slot, considering there's only about 4 tight ends in the league that have given you more than 10 points on any given week. So I think that's pretty much it from the fantasy side of things, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
We got a big game tonight. I'm super excited for tonight's game. I feel like it's the game of the week in a sense because primetime games have been really fucking
Raiders,
slow.
Chiefs, Monday night game. Come
but
on.
The Raiders and the Chiefs. The Raiders are coming off a win.
First win of the year.
The first win of the game.
You needed that division game against the Broncos.
And sometimes that creates crazy momentum because in that division right now you have the Chiefs, you have the Chargers that both won, right? Or I'm sorry, Chiefs play tonight. But the Chargers just won. They beat the Browns 30-28. So this is another must-win, of course, for them. But they win this game. Chiefs being number 1 in the division. What are they? That puts them, one game back?
Dude, the Raiders go into Kansas City tonight and Monday night and get a win. They're right back in there.
I'm going to say
Jay Bird, shout out the Raiders. I just thought of Jay Bird right now. We're talking about the Raiders. Hey, by the way,
I got an upset.
My matchup tonight in fantasy football, 82.16, Don 83.16. He has
separating.
Travis Kelce going. I have Devontae Adams and Darren Waller. We got the 2 for 1. So, hey, Jay Bird, I'm looking for those Raiders to score today. Let's go, Devontae. Let's go, Darren Waller.
I got an upset today.
Yeah, you got the Raiders?
So I'm going to tell you why. First of all, what's the spread?
7.
Chiefs are giving 7, right?
Chiefs are giving up 7. The over-under was 51.5 last I checked, which is a high over-under. Again, because people are going to think it's going to be a shootout.
I don't feel comfortable with the over at all, first off. Because I think that they can do it. I think that they might do it. But that to me is not the bet. The bet is the 7 points. And I'll tell you why, though. No Tyreek Hill has 1,000% altered the Chiefs' offense. MVS, not a dope guy. He was the number 3 for fucking Aaron Rodgers.
No, yeah, I don't think anyone scares you. No one really is gonna scare you. That's like, Kelsey's the beast.
You don't have to double team anybody.
Hilaire's good.
You don't have to double team anybody. Is my point. Now the Raiders' defense has been fucking awful. Okay, it has. It's been very suspect at times. I think that the matchup is in the Chiefs' favor. But I'm taking the 7 points all day. I think it's gonna come down to a game-winning field goal. And I think that's how this game is played out.
You know what? You said I like the 7 points a lot too.
I love them. I think they can win outright.
These division games are going to be close, even if they're down. Like you said, 14 points plus. They're gonna, they're gonna make a charge late. These division
Especially
games always
primetime games,
exactly.
Dude, they want the people to keep watching, bro.
Yeah.
They
No, I love the Raiders.
Flags early
I just think Derek Carr needs to wear a little less mascara. Or eyeliner, it gets in his eyes a little bit sometimes.
What is that?
What is it? I don't know why. Jaber, do you know that? Maybe you could. Do you know why his eyes look like he wears mascara or eyeliner or something? And then I feel like it gets in his eyes, and that's why he can't see sometimes. But
Hey, for the record, Turds, I said I can see them winning this game. I still think the Chiefs, they're gonna probably win. I'm taking 7 points.
I love the points, and if you bet and your bookie or your site allows you to buy points, and if you can buy 3 points, I would like that a lot.
Double digits?
A lot. Yeah, and again, I just like the Raiders to yeah, you said they win this game, dude, at 2-3, and they'll only be a game back. They get a road win in the division.
I think the matchup sucks for the Raiders.
Hunter Renfrow was back this week. He was concussed the past couple weeks, so he'll be back.
You got obviously Devonta Adams. You have Waller. I think Waller's due for a game today, and I think this is the first game that he's going to be able to kind of be in the conversation.
Yeah, the Raiders' offense should not be a problem.
From the tight end perspective, Kelsey's always been the guy, right?
The
Mark
timing
Andrews
one.
is starting to make that call for like, hey, don't sleep on me, right? Dallas Goedert's like that guy in the middle. But realistically speaking, Kittle's been the guy that's like, yo, man, I'm the tight end, right? Waller had a couple of fucking crazy games last year. He's been very hit or miss.
Since then, yeah.
And I think this is the game that he goes bananas.
From your lips to God's ears.
I think he goes bananas this week, bro. And he wants to be in that conversation with the Kelseys, bro. And I think this is the game that they could do so.
I hope so. No, I like it, yeah.
Mascara.
Hopefully it's a shootout.
Mascara. 280 sounds nice, but I don't see the Chiefs losing. Yeah, I feel you. Remember, we're taking
Who
the
said?
7 points.
Yeah.
We're taking the 7 points. I am not gung-ho about an upset special where I'm going to literally take a live money bet. Or money line. I think 7 points is enough to cover. I think they cover. Sick as fool. See you next week, man. Enjoy the travels. Be safe out there, bro. Take some videos and some pictures, man. It's been amazing. So what do we got? We got Monday Night Football kicking off here in just a moment. Not just a moment, about an hour. We both agree?
Yeah, I'm liking the points.
Taking
Yeah.
the 7 points,
Taking
Raiders?
the 7.
Okay.
Hopefully it's a shootout. Hopefully it's a
As always,
38-35 game.
As always, this is what these dumb motherfuckers are picking. By all means, we're not saying, hey, yo, trust me, pick the fucking Raiders
No,
plus
yeah,
7.
yeah,
No.
by no means.
You do what you want. It's your funds, but we're going to play with the Raiders and taking the 7 points. Based upon the first half, I'm definitely liking second half over. Based upon, I got to see the action, obviously, in the first half, but I'm definitely thinking like a second half over. Might be like a 26-28 type of a play, and I think those 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that'll always be my move too. And get my brother, he loves that as well. It's his the algorithm bet of if Kansas City is down at half, maybe even by a touchdown or more, you fire Kansas City second half.
Oh yeah, no.
If it's 21-0, let's say Chiefs are winning at half, easy, just Raiders second half. Again with these high spreads, if it's like 10-7 at halftime, it might be 7-7, something like that. I think it's an easy second half over bet. Again, as Jeremy said, as Go said, don't listen to us as it's gospel and be like, hey, you said this, motherfucker, because we're just guessing out here too at some point. Like we want to be right and win, but yeah, we'll try to give you good advice. If it wins,
bro,
good shit. If it doesn't,
I got 4 in a row.
on your lock of the week.
I got my lock of the week and 3 prime times in a row. I'm going for the 4th prime
Hey,
time in a row.
that's what's
right
up.
now.
And
Fifth
Sick
in a
as
row,
Fool is
bro.
undefeated on the lock of the weeks. Yep,
Yes,
because
he is.
Arizona covered. So
Yes,
I don't
he
want to
is.
give one right now, man. I kind of put it out there and just kind of hopefully hit the first one to kind of get something going.
Actually, let's go through all the games, man. What do we got first? Let's see what we
I
like
mean,
on
we
this.
got
Week-
Thursday-
Week 6 coming up. Thursday Night Football. What we got?
Bears, Commanders,
That shit's trash. Next.
49ers, Falcons at Falcons,
49ers, Falcons, out Falcons. What's the Niners favored by?
5.5.
I actually like the Niners all day on that game.
If you
With
put
no
it,
Cordell Patterson, I like the Niners.
no Cordell Patterson, but again, the Falcons being weird at home. If you make me guess, I would take the Falcons plus the points. Next
I
week,
like Niners. Not my lock, though.
Patriots at the Browns. Browns are favored by 3.
I don't like that game personally because they just shut out a team 26-0, and it's just like, how the fuck did this just happen?
Correct.
So I don't like that game.
I would stay away. To be forced me, I would take the
like
Browns.
but I just don't like.
Jets, Packers at home. Packers are favored by 7 against the Jets.
I don't like that game either. The Packers got upset in London, and the Jets are actually decently serious.
Correct,
I
yeah.
can see them fucking upsetting the Packers again, and all of a sudden Packers are in disarray out of nowhere. I can
Exactly.
see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
Next.
tough game. I'll take Jets plus points if you force me. Jaguars going to the Colts. Indy favored by 2 at home.
Fuck that game.
Tough
too.
call,
I
exactly.
think
Just how
Jaguars
the
win
fuck
that
you
game,
pick
but
that
then
game.
the Jags just put up 6 points against the Texans and lost.
Exactly.
So I can't stand
Exactly.
that. Colts are just fucking trash, and I can't stand them.
Exactly.
Next
Next
game.
one, Vikings, Dolphins. Vikings going to the Dolphins.
Dolphins, Vikings in Miami.
Minnesota favored by 3.
Minnesota only favored by 3.
That's tough. You don't.
I don't like that
No
game
Teddy.
either.
No Teddy.
Bridgewater. Maybe
No
because of the
Bridgewater.
concussion.
I got Vikings, but if Bridgewater plays, I
don't
think
like
again
that
that's going to
game
be a
either way.
close game. Next one, this might be my lock of the week with Bengals going to the Saints and Cincinnati's favored by a point. I would take Cincinnati. Again,
I like the bounce back in the Cincinnati.
the bounce back off of a primetime game where they just looked like trash. They couldn't get anything going. They
This
looked
is in New
bad.
Orleans or
It's
in-
in New Orleans, which makes me a little hesitant. Or I'm not saying load up the farm on it.
What is
but
it?
if-
1.5.
Cincinnati's favored by 1. And again, off of starting 0-2, winning their next 2 games, a must
That's your
win for
lock?
Baltimore. That's my lock. I'm going to go Cincinnati over the Saints.
I'm not touching that game either. That seems like a trap game to me. That's too little of a spread for me, for some reason for me.
Next one is Baltimore at the Giants. Baltimore favored by 5. I like Baltimore in that game. Again, that 5 points is sketchy,
The Giants have been for real, and people are seriously thinking they're not. They just beat the Packers, upset them in London. 5 points is a lot, but I can see the Ravens covering that as well. Yeah, I think the Ravens, looked a little sluggish yesterday, but with J.K. Dobbins now, that's going to be his 3rd week back now, and I think they can start getting that flow on offense. I can see that happening.
This might actually be my lock. I might switch it up. Because Buccaneers going to the Steelers. Steelers are getting 8 points. That might be my lock right there. Again, off of just an embarrassment to the Buffalo Bills. They're at home. Pickett's a fighter. I think he keeps it close. I think the Buccaneers win, but I think the Steelers cover. Switching it right now.
So I made
on my lock. That's my lock right there. The Steelers will cover those 8 points if they don't get that game somehow, some way.
I made a promise to myself that I won't lock my team, but I love that. I like that pick a lot.
8 points at home. Again, Tomlin, he's going to have them fired up.
We're not losing by more than a touchdown in this game. There's no way. We can't.
Yeah,
Bucks have a really good defense, and I just throwing it out there. Chase Claypool's been playing very soft. I really thought this would be his bounce-back game and just use his monstrosity of a body and hands to box out and grab these balls, but he just does not go up like he can. Deontay Johnson has been a drive killer. 1st down and 10, he'll catch an 8-yard seam. 3rd down and 6, on his palms, just dropping it, not helping Pickett for shit. George Pickens, on the other hand, has been the guy that's like, let's fucking go. Now, here's the catch. Freiermuth is out because of the concussion. I don't know if he's just coming back. We need him. If he plays, I feel comfortable saying that we can cover that spread and maybe even steal a game. But Bucks defense is solid, bro. So that one, as a real fan, I can't touch that one either.
Next is Panthers going to the Rams. Rams favored by 11 at home. Again, that's stay away from me. It's going to be P.J. Walker.
Too many fucking points.
Too many points. P.J. Walker might be an upgrade to Baker because Baker again is so bad. So stay away.
I think the Rams win, no problem. But I don't know. Maybe by 10. I don't know. I don't like that game. Can't touch it.
Cardinals going to the Seahawks. Cardinals favored by 3. I like the Cardinals in that game a lot. Again, a lot close loss to Philly last week. Seahawks are maybe playing above their head. Kind of like the Cardinals there.
Cardinals are in Seattle. What time's the game?
1:05.
1:05. Cardinals in. That might be my lock. I like Cardinals on that. Let's go. Let's keep going just in case.
The last 3 that will be Bills going to the Chiefs. That's not touching that with the 10-foot pole.
What's the spread on this?
Bills are favored by 2 going into Kansas City.
What's that?
That's the rematch.
Sunday night game?
No, it's a 1:25 game. The Sunday night game is the Cowboys going to the Eagles. Another great game, great division game.
I got to see the Chiefs play first tonight to see how they play against the Raiders to feel confident with that. But I like the Chiefs so far.
I cannot bet against Mahomes at home. I can't bet against Allen. That's a tough one. Cowboys going to the Eagles.
Points in that game though. To me, that's a take points.
Correct.
In that game.
And then maybe tease it up.
Home,
exactly.
Tease it up. Now you're getting 9 points
at home. That might be the move right there. And then Cowboys Eagles. Similarly, I think that Philly's going to be favored by 5 on a Sunday night game. I like the points. It's just like that's a tough call there because the defenses are so good. It's in Philly.
Sunday night.
It's on Sunday night.
Oh my God! I'm taking the Eagles. I think the Eagles have done what they've done every week, in fashion. Defense wins games and all that, but the Eagles are, in my opinion, they're not considered stoppable because they have way too many weapons around them.
Those are great games. Next week's
I can see the Cowboys winning. I can see them still playing rush and saying we're gonna give one more week to Dak type shit. So I can see them even winning that game. And maybe now everyone's like, see, so stop talking about the undefeated Eagles, man. They're fucking da-da-da-da. No, I think we're going to get an undefeated team for a longer period of time. So I think they win that game, but that's a lot of points, man.
Yeah.
I think a game-winning field goal can happen again,
Yeah. And I see I might, again, everyone do their own thing.
Sunday night's game?
My little plays there, Sunday night game. I might do something like, I'll take like the Eagles money line parlayed with what we said, the Bengals, something like that. And then I'll turn around and I'll take the Bengals again because I like them, and then I'll buy the points up with the Cowboys and hope it's a close game. So hopefully I can hit both sides. And then we have half times to kind of make adjustments and whatnot.
What was the Niner game again? One more time, my fault.
The Niners are going to be playing the Falcons in Atlanta. They're favored by 5.5.
That's my lock of the week.
Niners.
Cordell Patterson, I think they can shut the fuck Mariota up. My lock of the week next week is the Niners minus 5.5 on the road against the Falcons. Lock it.
Nice. And then the Monday night game is the Broncos going to the Chargers.
We're gonna go over that next week. Though.
Okay, the Chargers will be favored by 5.5.
What is it, Broncos Chargers?
Going to the Chargers on Monday
Can't
night.
stand that
One
the
week.
Broncos are on primetime every fucking week.
Yeah.
bro.
How could you go?
I'm
any
gonna
with
probably
Broncos
take
at
the
all?
Chargers just because I can't stand the Broncos, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk about that next week as always for Monday night. Man, this shit was fucking fire today, bro. It was so much love in the chat, man. We fucking appreciate you guys onside kicking it with us because this is what we do every fucking Monday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard. The substitute, aka
Thank you guys, man. It was
the
fun.
legend himself, Easy does it. You gonna be back next week?
You're too kind. I guess so, man. Gotta
people have
make
spoken.
it a thing. Yeah, we would do a thing. It was fun.
Let's
I didn't know what to expect, but cool. Winging it with my boy. It was fun. It was fun, my G.
I told you had some fucking fun here, man. I had to convince this motherfucker. Arm wrestle later and he was here. No, man, we appreciate you guys for coming out, man. I'm excited for the fucking stock market tomorrow, man. Can't fucking wait. A lot of news going on. CPI coming out Wednesday. Stay tuned. Hit me up, DM me, all that shit if y'all have questions on the stock side of things. Man, football, fantasy football. We got Monday Night Football tonight. Should be a fucking banger. Raiders, Chiefs. Tune the fuck in. We both agree. Chiefs going out with a dub. Nah. Got your ass. Raiders with the 7 points, man. We both agree on that.
Good luck. Yep. Good luck, everyone, with your fantasy teams, with your bets. Good luck. Hope you guys win. A lot of dubs.
Follow
Dubs.
us. Follow us on TikTok, Onside Kicking It. Follow us on Instagram, Onside Kicking It. Follow us on Twitter, Onside Kicking It. At Onside Kicking It, make it easy for everybody. You can also go to OnsideKickingIt.com at any given time to catch our YouTube channel where you can tune in on the first 5
Thanks,
episodes.
Hussein.
Yeah, good looking, cuzzo. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Onside Kicking It as always, man.